Good evening and welcome to Armstrong Junior Senior High School for the kickoff of the 2023 high school football season. We bring you the Riverhawks of Armstrong and the Vikings of Valley. Joe Rhodes here on the call today, joined on his maiden voyage. I'll just let you introduce yourself. Welcome aboard.
I appreciate it, Joe. My name is Samuel Goldberg. I hail from New Jersey of Marlton in southern New Jersey. Currently a fifth-year student over at Robert Morris University, so making my debut for High Top Sports Network. Appreciate you for letting me on board this fantastic program that you run, Joe.
Yes, Sam, great to have you aboard. And, Armstrong playing a team that they started the season with, against last year, beat the Vikings pretty handily. Of course, some names missing for the Riverhawks. It's going to be a little bit of a different look for the Riverhawks, as much as it's going to still kind of look the same. I had a chance to talk to you and a little bit about this team. I got to cover them, I think, 6 or 7 times last year, and obviously the biggest difference is Caden Olson. Obviously now at Penn, the all-worldly, and I know he's out there listening tonight, Caden. Certainly it's a different look for these Riverhawks not having a Division I quarterback under center. But they're in good hands, I think, with Colt Sprankle, especially with all the weapons coming back. You talk about Isaiah Brown, you talk about Ian Olson, the brother of Caden Olson, and company. There's about 5 deep at the receiver position, and certainly a nice tool in the tool chest for the first-year starter, Colt Sprankle.
Exactly. It's a big loss, obviously, losing one of the better quarterbacks in the program this year for the Riverhawks. Instead, inserting a quarterback, but as we've seen before, the head coach of this program for the Riverhawks, that Frank Fabian, he has a natural act for offense, and so going into this game, having a new quarterback, just kind of plugging him into the system here with the wide receivers that they already have, it makes you feel comfortable. It's like a freshman coming into a college program. So mainly here, what you're gonna see here in this early week 0 game, you're gonna see a lot of short passes, easy passes to throw. You're gonna see wide receivers open in the flat to allow the new quarterback to get his feet wet in this new system, allow him to get into rhythm as well.
Yeah, one thing about Coach Fabian is he likes to have a mobile quarterback for sure. I think it was a couple years ago, and I'd love to look at the stat up. I probably should know this, but I think there's about 12 guys in WPIAL history to run for 1,000 and pass for 1,000 in a season. I believe it was 4 of those guys played under Frank Fabian. So that tells you right there, he likes the guy that can both throw the ball and run the football as well. And that kind of lends well to Colt Sprankle's game, a very elusive guy. I will say this about Caden Olson, a very underrated runner himself. A longer, taller guy, so those strides kind of taking up more space, and certainly faster than maybe he looked at times, but Colt Sprankle maybe more of the quarterback we've seen in years past here at Armstrong, now under center for the Riverhawks. And we talk about those weapons that Colt Sprankle will have. Those are the same guys that we're going to see probably in the secondary, as the case was last year for the Riverhawks. The guys that can catch the football, obviously in offense, are going to tend to be in the secondary on defense, and that's going to be the case here. Kyle Klein, a guy that I'm expecting a lot of things from this year. He had an excellent year last year as a sophomore, now a junior, along with Ian Olson, the first 2 guys on the roster there, number 1 and number 2. Kind of ball hawks back there in the secondary. I know Ian had 2 pick sixes last year in consecutive weeks, as a matter of fact, and expecting big things from those guys here in 2023.
This is like one of the bigger keys here, especially because it's week 0. It's really getting that chemistry. It's your first in-game action, as you said earlier in the pregame. Armstrong handled Valley pretty easily last year. Kind of expecting the same result here, especially with the weapons that Armstrong still has. I was watching some pregame stuff.
I would like to take this time to announce the Armstrong girls golf team had a very successful week this week.
Unoriented.
On Monday, the girls
kind of
defeated
pregame
Butler
stuff.
Containing Country Club by a score of 204
it was kind of concerning. I was expecting some of the same stuff that happened last year in this Armstrong Valley matchup.
Yeah, and I think here really the neat thing about the past couple of years with Caden Olson under center for the Riverhawks is it kind of showed off just exactly what Frank Fabian's capable of doing as an offensive mastermind. One of the best offensive minds, I think, in the WPIAL, as a matter of fact. And you know, adjusting his game. You know, as in the years past, all the guys that really came before Caden Olson were guys that could run the football, be it a Michael Lote, be it a Dawson Porter, be it a Jalen Price. All those guys rushing for 1,000 and passing for 1,000 in a season among those names I mentioned earlier. And so there comes Caden Olson with that cannon arm, a little more statuesque kind of quarterback standing back in the pocket. You know, Coach Fabian tailored his offense to it and did a darn good job. Obviously, they won the section last year and won another playoff game. Unfortunately, falling in the hands of the Keysport, a perennial program, obviously, in the Class 4A ranks. But again, you have a lot coming back here for these Riverhawks. And, you know, a quarterback's best friend are guys with experience. And, you know, we're talking about all these receivers. Another person that I'd be remiss if I didn't mention is Alex Patton, running back, a guy that's been a starter for the last couple of years as well, now a senior. And they always say a quarterback's best friend is a running back, and of course a good offensive line. There's no denying that, and we can get to those guys here in a little bit. With a couple brothers up there that I know are going to expect to have a pretty good year for the Riverhawks. But, you know, you have those weapons on the outside. You have a good running back that's returning. So it's a comfortable entry, I'd like to think, for Colt Franco, a kid who's, I know, chomping at the bit to get out there and, you know, make this his team.
Exactly. And with Franco, he's going to understand that. I know there's expected to be a big crowd here today for opening night here, Friday Night Lights. And he's just got to maintain those nerves. He's got to learn how to just control those nerves, take it play by play, and just learn that football.
At this time,
the game will come to him. He's got to learn that. Find the open guys, try not to go deep right away. Those deep shots will come. It's a matter of getting short gains, getting into that rhythm, and building up that confidence to take shots later in the game.
That's an excellent point, Sam, and that's the thing. I'm not by any means saying that you know, Caden Olson won't be missed. He's otherworldly and is a once-in-a-generation type quarterback back there. But you know, I think with those weapons you have outside, and Colt Franco's ability to be elusive and kind of, you know, maneuver around and dare I say, it's almost like a Ben Roethlisberger where he can buy a lot of time to run around the backfield and still find a way to make a throw down the field. And as the public address getting loud here in the press box, and Sam said it's the opening week of the season, so it's a very festive atmosphere, an excited atmosphere. But you know, Colt Franco is very elusive. His nickname, the Magic Man, if you didn't know. Very energetic, you know, driven kid. He really is. I've gotten to know his dad over the last few years, luckily, and got to even golf with this summer, as a matter of fact. He's a competitive guy, and you want that kind of guy under center for your team. And, you know, he hits a bad shot, he's not happy with himself. He might be having a leisurely round out there, but he's gonna, you know, he's probably not gonna hit 2 bad shots in a row. And that's a good trait, I think, for a quarterback. Again, you know, you have guys, and the name that I think needs mention here is Isaiah Brown. You know, this team really can go offensively, I think, as he goes. He's one of those guys where if you throw it up, he is a 50-50 threat every single time. A guy that can high point the ball that corners are going to have fits with all year long. Even the top corners in the WPIAL, especially in this section where you have a lot of really talented guys in the secondary, again, throughout this section. So it's just a really interesting season. It really is. You lose a Division I quarterback, but boy, oh boy, you bring back a ton of talent. And what I did bring up, and what I was kind of alluding to earlier, Sam, that offensive line, you bring back two twins, 2 other guys I got a chance to call with this summer, Donovan and Dominic Hutchins, 2 young men, or great young men actually, and very, very talented, really kind of burst on the scene last year. You know, and it's hard to make an impact as a freshman, especially up on the offensive line. And Donovan in particular really made his presence felt last year, and you can make the case he was the best offensive lineman last year amongst some seniors that were there at that time. So there's going to be some replacing that too. And let's be real, high school football oftentimes is one of the trenches. But boy, oh boy, they're bringing back a good one in him and his brother. And you know, when you have those guys around you, they're still young. They're going to kind of pull those guys around them with them. And I really believe that in the case of both Dominic and Donovan Hutchins.
And then also, too, you got to think, too, Valley,
like
how many other kids are playing this game for Valley? It's a revenge game for them. They know that there's a new quarterback in that backfield for Riverhawks, if they want to generate pressure early, I'm expecting Valley here
Dorian
to
Briggs.
be really aggressive off the jump.
Tristan
Showing blitz
Goodman.
early, trying to give Sprinkle a couple of different looks to get him thinking.
And number 90.
Sprinkle keeps thinking. That'll start to affect some of the throws that he has. And
Riverhawks have won the toss and
so
decided
that's
to
why it's
decline in the
important for
second
Sprinkle
half.
today in his first start to just stay calm in the pocket, find your open receivers, and just dial in early and not let Valley in this ball.
I should point out this isn't a major factor of the game, nothing really that important, but the new look for the Riverhawks, always wearing those blue uniforms at school that came into existence in the 2015-16 school year. I think this is the third uniform that these Riverhawks have worn. Always blue tops, always that orange helmet with the big A on the side. Electing to go with a little bit of a script look with the word Hawks on the side, blue helmets, orange tops. I like the look. It's clean.
It's
Very
almost Florida-esque.
It is.
And then on the opposite side, too, you got Valley. They really look like Army uniforms,
Yeah.
too. So it's almost like a Florida versus Army type game here.
Yeah, not a bad look either. And you're just excited. It's so funny. You always say it a lot, like, oh, where did the summer go? But really, where did the summer go? It seemed like it really flew. I'm really fortunate around here, and a lot of people listening. Obviously, watching a lot of sports besides football. The Armstrong softball team going to deep runs in the state playoffs the last 3 years. I've been fortunate to cover all those, so my summers are pretty short as it is when you're watching softball into late June, early July. But I'll tell you what, nothing beats Friday nights here in Western Pennsylvania, and again, storylines abound for this Armstrong team. Can't wait to see what kind of show they put on tonight.
Number 4.
I'm expecting
And number 8, Derek
easy
Castle.
flowing performance tonight from Armstrong. I'm expecting deep shots later in the game once Sprinkle is set and has his feet wet in the game. He has that talented wide receiver core around him. He's got a talented running back as well. He's got to utilize those weapons and utilize those feet when he needs to.
Yeah, that's a great point. And one thing I thought kind of derelict of duty here, but Frank Fabian, we talked about it, and there's a touchback, nice kick there for the Riverhawks. That was number 23, the one and only Hunter Reed. And Hunter Reed, one of the best kickers, really, I think, in Armstrong history at this point. Not too many high school kickers are going to put it in the end zone, and you have that luxury if you're the Riverhawks as well. So the defense will start for the Riverhawks. You see here at the bottom of your screen the aforementioned Ian Olson, an excellent corner. Again, those pick sixes last year, back-to-back against Indiana and Mars. And of course, that means the Valley Vikings will bring their offense out in the field. They'll start at the 20-yard line, back in the shotgun, running back flank to his side. Can't see the number here yet. Is that number 1, I believe? Demetrius Ballard? Nope. Darren. Oh, that's number 9, excuse me. That is...
Mason Simmons.
Yeah, Mason Simmons.
Mason Simmons, incomplete pass.
First pass there, out in the flat, incomplete.
6'1",
Nope.
175.
Oh, there's going to quick ball move up to 25. So maybe, was that originally marked for 20 there, Sam? I thought it was. Maybe I'm just still kind of breaking into football season.
Yeah,
but
5-yard gain on that play.
Okay, so 2nd down and 5. Throw across his body on the dot. Great throw there. Hits his receiver right in the numbers, Sam. That was Zion Farron with the catch, but give credit to the quarterback, Mason Simmons, again. Guy bearing down on him, throwing across his body and hitting the receiver right in the numbers.
Yeah, that throw was really Jalen Hurts-esque with a guy in his face. Beautifully placed ball with a guy in his face and throwing on the run right there.
Valley quickly back to the line here too, Sam. That's going to be something to watch for here. A muddle huddle, I guess, of sorts, and really no huddle. Back quickly, trying to take advantage of the success they've had here in the first couple plays. Another quick pass here on the flat, hitting the receiver, number 16. That is Dorian Briggs, excuse me, the 6 foot,
Number 16, Dorian
6 foot
Briggs.
senior, coming in at 175 pounds. So 3 straight completions here for Valley. Moving quickly, Sam. That's the thing that's jumping out to me here immediately. Getting rid of the ball quickly and getting back to the line of scrimmage quickly.
Yeah, excellent first couple of passes here for Valley. Just really trying to get the ball out quick and not let this Valley defense sit in there.
So a minute into this game, and Valley having success and now finally taking it to the ground.
Our first standoff of the game.
That was
Charles Perkins.
Charles Perkins with the first touch on the ground, just 1 yard. So
Tackled by Jacob Bowser, number 66.
boys up front for Armstrong, including Jacob Bowser, able to corral the running back and bring up a 2nd down and 9.
That's number 1 in the backfield. Is the running back, maybe. Might be number 2.
Yeah, it looks like.
It's a single-digit number. So.
Yep, that's number 2 there next to.
We got about 10 guesses.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. And the NFL's getting even more difficult with all the number changes and allowing guys to wear numbers regardless of position. And
guys like Teddy Bridgewater wearing number 50.
exactly. That one thrown across the middle and the pressure bearing down on him and taken to the ground by number 35.
Nick McNeely, number
Nick
35,
McNeely, the senior,
quarterback. That's an
able to
incomplete
get in the
pass.
face
We have 3rd down and
of
9
Simmons and bring down a
at the
3rd down
Valley
and 9.
36-yard line.
So 10-14 left. Things were moving quite well there for Valley, but a couple incompletions, a stuff at the line of scrimmage, just a 1-yard gain, and now they're facing first 3rd and long of the contest. And that is brought in a huge 3rd down there.
First down for the Valley Vikings.
Number 16, Dorian Briggs, mentioned his name earlier, able to come up with a big catch on 3rd and 9. And the chains will move, and once again, Valley back to the line of scrimmage here quickly, Sam.
And Dorian Briggs hitting that core route to perfection. Was wide open at the top of that point. Simmons releasing that ball right at the break of Briggs' route.
This fast-moving Valley offense not allowing me to mention this is a Ryan Bowser, Olsen Chiropractic game night here in High Top Sports Network. Thanks for joining us in this presentation of WPIAL football in this Olsen Chiropractic game night. Ian Olsen, speaking of the devil, right there on the tackle for the Riverhawks. It looks like about a gain of 2 there, Sam.
Yeah, Simmons looked like he had about 6 more yards worth of space there, but Ian Olsen closed that gap rather quickly.
Of course, Olsen,
About a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Olsen, the leading receiver last year for these Riverhawks, a guy really good in open space, but I don't want to say what side of the ball he's better at, because I feel like if you say that he's a better receiver, that's really taken away from how good of a defender he's been and was last year. Rolling out to his right is Simmons, and unable to find the receiver. Looked like he was looking in the direction of number 3, Charles Perkins, but ball falls to the ground, and another 3rd down. This one, a 3rd and 8 right at the 50-yard line.
And Alex Patton had an opportunity there at the interception. Was more focused on the defender, or on the offensive player, as he should be. That was thrown pretty much right to him.
So a nice play dialed up, I think, on that last 3rd down by Valley. See what they do here with a similar situation, just a yard shorter. Man in the backfield, 4 receivers. Dropping straight back, pressure on him, but crossing in the middle was Darnell Costin, and he will get to about the 41-yard line, Sam, for the 1st down. So Valley clutch in the key situations, particularly 3rd down here, and able to move the sticks once more.
Yeah, that's three straight 3rd down completions here for Valley. And they've been at an average of 9.5 yards or more.
Yeah, great point there, and going to be quick to the line again. Kind of the same formation here throughout the night. 2 guys at the top of your screen, 2 at the bottom. Running back kind of coming out. Oh, nearly a fumble there. Getting got down by 1 arm. Was number 66 for the Riverhawks. Jacob Bowser with an excellent play there in the backfield.
With a sack at the 47-yard line for the
Living up to his last name like the
Armstrong.
Mario character, Bowser actually forcing his way into the backfield. Simmons nearly escaped that, but if he would have focused on escaping, he would have probably fumbled. Simmons fortunate there to just fall on his backside and maintain possession.
So a 2nd and 16. The Riverhawks defense able to puts Simmons behind the 8 ball, and that doesn't help there as his pass in the direction of Dorian Briggs incomplete. So now a 3rd and 16. We've seen them convert so a couple 3rd and longs, Sam, but nothing quite like a 3rd and 16.
And Dorian Briggs was fortunate to tip that pass because Kean Klein was right there for the interception.
And Kine's kind of that ball hawk player. Kine Klein returning safety there in the middle of the field, as you see there, wearing number 1. Excellent receiver as well. We talked about those guys on the offensive side, also excellent receivers. Guys in the secondary. Nice crossing route there, some space. He's going to get across the 30, across the 25. He's going to keep going and finally wrapped up around the 25-yard line. Man, oh man, some nice moves there before he's finally wrapped up by number 53, Will Adams. But boy, oh boy, some shifty moves there in open space. I didn't catch the number there, Sam.
Wide receiver there was number 4 who made that play, Zion Fair.
Yeah, some great moves there coming across the middle of the field. We've seen a couple of those crossing routes there get a little bit of space on the defender, and
it's almost like Valley heard our pregame.
I think they did.
Number 2, Tristan Goodwin.
Carry there out to the right side, a rare carry. We've seen the play calling heavily in favor of the pass game here, Sam. And a 3-yard gain, I believe, by number 4, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll watch. I got it. It's tough on the far side.
Is indeed, a 2nd down and 7, 6:24 left. And the one thing is, the best defense is time of possession sometimes too. And Valley running a lot of time off the clock here in this first quarter. And a dart thrown right at the chest of number 1, Darnell Costin. And another first down. The sticks will move once again. So this Valley offense looking quite efficient here in the early going. Now down in the red zone, the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone here with 5:59 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is an excellent drive so far here by Valley. Simmons is getting that ball out quickly, and they're hitting those quick crossing routes.
So now with the goalposts in clear sight, let's see how this defense reacts, and they do a good job there of wrapping up the defender in open space. Gang tackle there by a couple Riverhawks, and the target there, the reception brought in, I believe, by number.
The boosters are coming around with their 50-50.
I believe that was Zion Farron, number 4, who's going to be tended to here, and coming in from the Armstrong side there, the always awesome Todd Harvey, the Iceman. Coming to also see if he can lend a hand. But early going here, Sam, the big things that jump off to me is this fast offense from Valley, not afraid to get those quick little short passes out there and let these talented receivers, these quick, speedy receivers do some work in open space.
The Valley, they're doing an excellent job of finding the small gaps in the field and taking advantage of those gaps.
I'm being told that the names of Randy and Earl are selling the 50-50 tickets.
And I was wondering if this might be we always hope that, it's not obviously an injury. We root for all these young men and know that they work hard to get to this moment and play on opening night, week 0 of the season. But last year, early on, the cramps were just a storyline. Armstrong, of course, I don't know if you paid much attention to every game that Armstrong played last year, but tit for tat with Aliquippa last year, and the cramps and Charlie horses certainly becoming a part of the storyline in that game. A lot of people out there kind of know what I'm talking about, but looks like this young man, who obviously has made a impact on this game thus far, still down for these Vikings, but again, a good game plan, I think, by Valley here, dialing up some plays and using what I think their strengths are, and that's speed and ability to do some stuff in open space, and it's been done to perfection.
The young man down on the field is okay. He's up, not putting any pressure there on that lead right leg. Not putting any pressure on that right leg. Hope that it's just a cramp.
Number 4 is Zion Farron.
So that was Farron, was being helped off, and you mentioned it there, Sam. Not putting too much weight on that leg, that one leg. So see how the Vikings are able to overcome the injury. We mentioned his name quite a few times here in the first 7 minutes of this first quarter. 5:16 left now. Ball on the 8-yard line.
Sorry.
And obviously,
Derek has him.
it only gets that much more difficult
He has him.
if you're on offense to score
Number
at this
two,
point in the
Tristan
drive. Able to break a couple tackles is number 2, Tristan Godwin. But breaks the tackle, but then wrapped up and taken down around the 10-yard line, Sam.
Yeah, that was a big hit right there by number 24 of Armstrong. That's Rex Harmon. Yeah, that's Rex Harmon.
I'm not even going to look at
There's a hit stick right there and Madden with the hit that he delivered.
Another one of those guys that's made that steady climb year by year, Rex Harmon. As you said there with a big hit, and now a 3rd and 11, 3-yard loss on that play. Rolling out to his left is Simmons. He's going to get outside. Harmon in pursuit, but then finally wrapped up and taken down by Kai and Klein. That'll bring up a 4th down. Ball around the, let's say, 7-yard line. Sam, what do you do here if you are Valley?
Well, earlier before like pregame warm-ups, their kicker, who is
going for it.
trying to look for the.
Yeah, we have a roster. It's not in numerical order. That's the that's a
doesn't
broadcaster's.
So kids.
It is a broadcaster's nightmare. But you start recognizing parts of the
Yeah.
sheet where the names are.
And it was, I believe, number 16 who was their kicker / punter. Which I'm looking for a 16. But
Yeah, it does look like they're going to go for it here, Sam. So, but a timeout called. So we'll see if that decision is reconsidered here in the first quarter as we've hit the 4:13 mark in the opener of the season here. Week 0 underway. Your score: Armstrong 0, Valley 0. Here on this Olsen Chiropractic game night on High Top Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, Valley. Coming back out after the timeout.
they're going to go for it here. Earlier during pregame warm-ups, their kicker and punter slipped a couple of times on the field and actually missed from inside the 15 a couple of times.
Thank you guys again for tuning in. Big hit again by the Riverhawks defense. That was Isaiah Brown, number 5. Able to make the big hit and the drive stalled. So despite a nice lengthy drive there by the Vikings, Sam, Isaiah Brown able to put an end to it there. Another big hit. Despite giving up a lot of yards on that drive, Sam, you saw some nice hits by the Riverhawks, some contact really. And Isaiah Brown, example right there.
It was also a lengthy drive as well. And also in that play as well, there was number 53 as well. Will Adams was in that play. Hit of Simmons. So now we get to watch this quarterback, Colt Spengel, make his first career start.
Sprankle in the shotgun, quick throw outside, high, brought in by Olsen. Olsen's got some spaces of blockers in front of him. Out past the 15 and brought down around the 17. And the first completion there by Colt Sprankle as the Riverhawks starter. Not a bad way to start it there, finding his trusty target, Ian Olsen.
It looks to be a first down.
That was a jump ball that you are lucky to have a guy named Ian Olsen over there to bring one of those down. I mean, my goodness. that was a shaky ball thrown, but it does its job.
Sprankle flanked by the general, Alex Patton. Patton will get the ball, sheds the first tackler, makes a move past the second, rumbles down to the 30 and brought down around the 31. The always sturdy Alex Patton helping the Riverhawks to 2 consecutive first downs now. See if this helps Sprankle settle in even more.
Yeah, Patton, I mean, my goodness, he is a bulldozer and he's a magician at the same time. Making a couple of people miss and dragging 2 bodies with him on his way down to the ground.
Sprankle, first deep throw, down the sideline, a toe tap by Olsen. A beautiful ball there by Sprankle.
Number 2,
Hitting Olsen right in the hands.
For another Riverhawks first down.
I don't even think Ian Olsen knew that ball was being thrown to him until he looked up about like 3.5 seconds until that ball came to him. I mean, he got incredible separation right there.
Colt Sprankle with some great anticipation there, getting that ball out in time, and as you said, kind of maybe catching Olsen by surprise, but also catching the defender by surprise as a result, and another first down for the Riverhawks. 3 consecutive such plays here with the 2:58 mark now upon us in the first quarter. Sprankle gives it off to the General. The General barrels forward past the 45 into the Valley territory, down at about the same 44-yard line. The first play for the Riverhawks here in this drive that didn't go for a first down, Sam.
At the Valley Vikings.
That was an excellent hold created right there by that offensive line. I mean, it was like Moses parting the Red Sea.
Whistle blows here, and a timeout taken by Valley. So Valley not liking what they've seen here on the first 4 plays of this Armstrong drive, and they're going to try to put a stop to it by taking a little break here with 2:50 left in quarter number 1, Sam. But it's still early in this drive. But what have you seen from the Riverhawks? Sorry about that. I apologize there, Sam. I took your controller off you.
Away from me.
But what have you seen here so far that you like from the Armstrong offense? I think a lot of similarities maybe with what we saw from Valley.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like simple passes that we saw. The screen play and Sprankle on that deep shot went through his reads first before finally deciding that to go deep to Olsen, because he saw Olsen get that last second separation. And then Olsen wasn't even expecting that ball to come to him. He wasn't the number 1 option on that play. He was just kind of running, and then kind of just looked up and saw a ball that was right there. An excellent job of body control, keeping himself in bounds, and a big play there on this drive. It's 4 plays already for Armstrong here, and they are moving this football.
Yeah, Colt Sprankle looking awfully comfortable in his first drive as the Riverhawks starter. Wearing number 12. Not number 4 under center anymore. This is Magic Man time. Little option pitch outside to the General. There's some space down the sideline, and he's going to get brought down around the 5-yard line. The option play goes for a big gainer. Riverhawks back to the line of scrimmage at the 6-yard line here, but again, there's that go quarterback in this Frank Fabian offense working to perfection now. 4 receivers, 3 at the top of the screen. Patton's going to get it, but he's going to be hit immediately and dropped at the 5-yard line.
Absolute workhorse, and that option play worked to absolute perfection. It was excellently sold by Sprankle there, and Patton just followed his blockers and went all the way down inside the 10 on that one.
Sprankle in the gun once again. Patton to his right, whistles blow, and another timeout by the Vikings.
Surprising there. Vikings ran onto the field like very late, and I think the Valley might have had too many men on the field there, and that's what the cause for the timeout is here.
And you know Valley doesn't want to have to burn that timeout there this early on in the game. That could prove kind of costly, I think, in the second quarter when we were heading closer, clock's ticking down towards the intermission. But Armstrong awfully impressive here in their first drive, much like Valley was, but Armstrong hoping to have maybe a different outcome at the end of this drive, put it in a pater possibly here. 157 remaining in the first quarter.
This is kind of random, but I saw a couple of fans talking here pregame. Is it true that Armstrong is named Lance Armstrong? Is that true, or is that a farce?
After
Lance Armstrong?
I'm going to say that's a farce.
Okay.
I don't want to speak out of uncertainties, but I'm going to say no. It's the county seat here at Katanning. Obviously, the joining of Katanning and Ford City. Pitch outside. Patton's going to cut it back inside, nearly in. And the referee here on the right at the pylon is going to say that he was dropped right at the 1-yard line. Looked like he was going to make it in, but a little late charge there by a defender in the secondary. keeps the Riverhawks out of the end zone with 1:34 remaining. 3rd and 1 now.
Clock's ticking.
Patton focus more on ball security there rather than trying to reach for the pylon. It's a smart move because you still have 2 plays here to get into the end zone.
Give it to the general.
Frankel gets it. Another
He's got it.
handoff to the general. He's going to blow over his head, and he's going to lunge forward. And the Riverhawks reach the scoreboard for the first time here in 2023. A nice long drive capped off by an Alex Patton run from a yard out. Riverhawks lead now 6-0.
That was the General's drive right there. Had a couple of incredible runs. Took that option pitch all the way down to the 10-yard line. But,
The Armada, the always clever Armada, got some smoke bombs going off there, some red smoke.
It's almost like an international soccer game.
Oh yeah, really cleverly last year when they played Freeport. Of course, their mascot are the Yellow Jackets. They had a giant can of Raid that actually smoked. I got to give Cam Frankel all the credit there. The older sister of the young man now taking a knee and about to take the snap and led the Riverhawks down the field in their first touchdown drive of the season. Colt Frankel. Have you know, another great arm in the family there. Cam, starter for several years. The Armstrong softball team, taking that team to back-to-back state championship games. So now she's graduated. She came up in the press box. I said, "Welcome to old people life up here in the box."
Hunter Reed is the kicker. I saw he was nailing some field goals from about the 30-yard line, closer to the 40-yard line during pregame warm-ups. He's got a leg.
He does. And on the soccer team, of course, his dad, Mike, an excellent photographer and a coach himself. And Reed puts it through, and the Riverhawks lead 7-0 here with 1:23 left in the first quarter. We wondered whether or not Armstrong would be able, as Frankel pumped up down there. We wondered whether or not the Riverhawks would capitalize on their opportunity. Unlike the Vikings, they did, and they now lead 7-0, Sam.
So both first drives for these teams ended up moving the field pretty nicely, but Armstrong putting the icing on the cake first.
I think
that was an excellent drive right there from Frankel.
What stood out to me, and you made the point earlier, was that there were some nice little pass plays there early on in that drive, but then they kind of leaned on their veteran running back, Alex Patton, and I would have. You saw Valley kind of run the ball a little bit, but not to the kind of success you saw from Armstrong. And I think that really made the difference when we talk about Valley's drive versus Armstrong's drive here on this Olsen chiropractic game night. Ian Olsen on that nice catch down the sideline as well. Just a lot of nice plays by the Riverhawks on that drive. They yielded 7 points, and now Valley, their second possession of the game. The kick return here, I believe that number 1.
Return by number 1.
Darnell Coaston
up to the 28-yard line.
Out to 28 with 1:16. So Valley unsuccessful in that first drive. You drive it deep into Armstrong territory, then Armstrong, a lengthy drive of their own that did pay off. You want to see what Valley can do here and how they respond. Again, hard getting used to these orange uniforms of Armstrong. I'm so used to the blue tops and orange helmets, but I like the look. It's good.
It's one thing as a broadcaster too that you can actually see the numbers because a couple of years ago I was broadcasting a game over at Moon for Moon football. They decided to go black jerseys with black numbers and red outlining. So I was just sitting there like, huh?
Number 2, Bowers.
That's
Handoff there.
Tristan Goodwin.
That was
Run by Tristan Goodwin.
taken out past the 30-yard line. Let's say maybe the 31.
Second down and 9, ball on the 30-yard line.
Second and 9. I thought he maybe got past the
Tackle
30.
made by number
They're going to mark it right at
79,
the 30.
76.
Tackle, I think, by number 79 there. Finally getting to hear that young man's name, Donovan Hutchins. "47 seconds left. Maybe not as much of a hurry, or in much of a hurry, these Vikings now here as the clock ticking slowly towards the end of this first quarter. Armstrong leading 7-0. It's just the third drive of this first quarter. So
Two. That's Tristan Goodwin.
Goodwin swings it outside, but
Tristan
barely gets
Goodwin.
past the 30-yard line, marking down to 31,
Tackled
but
by
brought in by Kyan Klein, I think, there.
Ian Olsen.
Ian Olsen, and also looking at number 7, Alex Patton. So Alex Patton all over the place here so far tonight for these Riverhawks. 7 not necessarily a running back number 7.
No, not in the slightest.
Especially here in Western PA. We're famous for the guy under center.
We'll hear. We can mess up. We'll hear.
But that's, I guess, the beauty of high school football. You said that Teddy Bridgewater's wearing 50.
Yes, Teddy Bridgewater is wearing number 50 for the Detroit Lions.
That's amazing.
That's a jersey that I might get.
Yeah. First time ever. Oh, nearly picked off there through the hands of Patton. Man, oh man, that would have really
Number 9 is Mason Simmons.
been a nice little feather in his cap in this first quarter that he's already had a huge impact on, and able to bring it in, but it does bring up a 4th down and 8. I think the Vikings will punt him.
So here's the interesting thing: the couple of punts that we've seen earlier.
16. That is Dorian Briggs.
So Dorian
Backing
Briggs
punt
is
for the
the punter.
Vikings is Dorian Briggs.
Ian Olsen and Olsen.
He kind of didn't have that many great punts earlier.
Ian Olsen and Joe Bartolowicz do the
Which should be
charge for
interesting to see.
Riverhawks.
Bartolowicz back there with Ian Olsen, as you heard there, maybe by the press announcer. Another guy that's really made some great strides and adds to the depth of that wide receiving core. Joe Bartolowicz, that one nearly blocked, short kick. Got to watch out for it. A lot of people yelling poison. That one's going to take a friendly Armstrong bounce back to the Valley 40-yard line, and a flag coming in late. Might be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by the Riverhawks. I think it's going to go against number 76, if I'm not mistaken, Sam.
Yeah, he'll announce.
That's Donovan Hutchins.
Was that on us?
Officials are gonna.
Looks like it is going to go against Hutchins, Sam.
It's going to give him a first.
Vikings.
The offense for the Vikings is slowly making their way back on the field.
Personal foul on the Riverhawks.
So it's going to be personal foul going against the aforementioned Hutchins.
Back on the field comes the offense.
Late hit on the play.
Mentioned too, we got a couple other games going on the network here tonight on High Top Sports Network. We got Freeport, Indiana, Highlands, and Ambridge, and West Shamokin and Penns Manor all here on High Top Sports. So make sure you
15-yard penalty, but it is
get a little stoppages here. Maybe hit the halftime intermission, even though we always suggest to stick around and watch the bands. Just remember, maybe throw in another device. Have 2 games on at once. Why not?
Exactly.
Have a ball.
Or if you have a man cave and you have like 8 TVs down there,
That's
you
what I'm
can
talking
throw
about.
on all the games.
So that backs the Riverhawks into their own territory. They were going to start at the 40, so now it's starting at their own 45. Quick pass out there, hits the hands of Kyan Klein. He kind of started turning before securing the football and goes through his hands. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he was ready to run with that football, but he was ready to run but forgot the football.
So 11 seconds left here. First quarter, kind of flying by there. It seems like this last minute of this first quarter has been a little bit slower. Handoff to number 25. First carry for Phoenix Wine Coop of this ball game. That will end things here in the first quarter. Armstrong with the football, their second drive of the game, and they own a 7-0 lead here in this Week 0 matchup against the visiting Valley Vikings here on this Olsen Chiropractic game night on High Top Sports Network. We're going to mute out for a second and be back here for second quarter action in a minute.
I have a few names here for the blue collar.
Back here, second quarter action here at Armstrong, their junior high school. Here in Armstrong County, 7-0 is your score. Again, Samuel Goldberg alongside Joseph Rhodes.
Only my mom really calls me that. My dad sometimes, man. People when they're mad at me. Maybe people in the press box. Don't hear it often.
Mother's mad at me. She calls
Right,
me Samuel.
right.
So I'm like, Samuel David Goldberg. I'm like, uh-oh.
When I first talked to you, I asked you, I said, do you like Sam, Sammy, Samuel? And you go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Typically people have an answer to that. I like you're like, it doesn't really bother me. Whatever you want to go with, go
People
with.
just call me what they want to call me. Here we go. Started the second
As we start the second quarter,
7-0 is your score.
we're going to start
Here,
off with the Riverhawks
Armstrong
3rd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Sprinkle with his second drive. It's 3rd down and 10. Sprinkle looking. He fires a deep pass down the sideline, making the catch.
Oh, man.
But it is out of bounds.
Sprinkle's
Joe
pass is
Bartolowicz
complete out of bounds.
made
to
an
number
incredible
10,
catch,
Joe
but
Bartolowicz.
couldn't keep his feet in bounds.
This will bring up a
Yeah, I mentioned Bartolowicz there on that.
Down and 10.
Sorry, Sam. We're going without sound, so it's like if I jump you, I don't mean to. I can't really
You
hear.
are all good.
And this rowdy night
Welcome
here.
to week 0.
You can tell it's week 0. But certainly Bartolowicz, another guy I expect some big things from in the pass game from for the Riverhawks here. Oh, sorry about that.
Hunter Reed's kicking.
Number 1, Delnar Coaston back to receive the punt.
Well,
Hunter Reed the kick
Have an idea.
for the Riverhawks.
so Reed back to punt, not just kicking duties there, Sam. Punter as well.
Gorgeous looking punt. Now it's off the fingertips of the Valley player. That's number 1 who just received it at Starnell Colston. He'll get a
Coaston's
couple of
tackled by a
yards
swarm of
after the little
Riverhawks.
mistake right there.
First down and 10 at the
Excellent
11-yard
punt.
line.
Right there by Hunter Reed. There's a reason why high schools look at the soccer program to find their punters and kickers.
Should say what's a bunch of hawks.
Yeah, the Riverhawks have done that really since their inception. You look at the kickers year after year. Of course, Hunter returning, but typically you're right. They've been guys that have also been on the soccer team here at Armstrong.
Screeching.
The 3rd drive here for Valley Knights.
Coincidentally, you said, or the Vikings, they do look a lot like Army's uniforms. Yeah, I know. That's why you said Knights. I was thinking the same thing.
Pass is complete from Simmons.
That is Darnell Colston.
Darnell
Number 9
Colston
Simmons
and
complete
the
pass to
punt.
Colston.
Is able to recover there.
Looks like Harmon coming out.
Simmons has been solid so far here for the Vikings.
Rex Harmon.
There's a 5-yard gain on that one. A 3-yard gain. It's now 2nd and 7.
They don't have a trainer. He has to do both. Yeah, what is he doing? What did he go out there for?
Simmons drops back. It's a screen pass that falls
That was to
incomplete.
Darnell Colston.
Simmons incomplete pass.
Darnell Colston was the intended target. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings.
Sam, if I don't talk for a little bit, it's because I'm eating this delicious pizza.
That's okay.
Oh my
Eat
goodness.
away.
Definitely stone, like a brick oven. It's just awesome. I can't even get the words out. It's delicious.
Brick oven pizza
I'm
is
enjoying myself.
fantastic.
Enjoying myself greatly. So have a ball. I'm going to be a little quieter than normal.
Simmons looking. He's going to tuck it and run. Simmons dancing around. He's got a slew of Riverhawks coming around.
Simmons got the run, tackled by number 1, Kyle
And
Klein.
he will be tackled short. He
No, we got
actually
4th
loses a
down.
yard on his
Fourth and about
scramble.
7.
He was looking for a pass downfield and ended up going past the line of scrimmage, and then he ran back, and that's where the play went wrong.
Number 2.
Ryan Klein again. He's just showing off that speed. Sometimes I think the ball carriers in a couple situations here tonight have underestimated Klein's closing speed, and certainly made the ball carriers pay a couple times here, Sam.
So Dorian Briggs is the punter. 2 returners set for the Riverhawks. It's a high arching kick that's received at about the 48-yard line. And now down the sideline. Here the Riverhawks, the 20, all the way down to 17. Zane Jordan, an incredible return.
17-yard line.
All the way down to the 17-yard line. Jordan weaving his way down to the 17. An incredible return right there for the sophomore.
Yeah, Bartolowicz. He, again, making me look pretty good there. I was talking him up there a moment ago and saying, you know, he could have a major role in this offense this year. Help add that depth. And new quarterback in for the Riverhawks.
His name is
Jaden Oliver, number 17, under center.
25.
It's a quarterback keeper through the middle. There it goes.
Number 17, Jaden Oliver with a touchdown for your Armstrong Riverhawks.
Keeps
That
the
brings the
ball,
score to 13.
runs right through the middle, and it's a touchdown for the Riverhawks. 13-0. That drive just lasting a tad over 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or not even 3 minutes. A couple 30 seconds, excuse me.
Kind of the polar opposite of what we saw earlier in this game, Sam. You know, fast moving, back to the line of scrimmage quickly, and not the case there. And seeing a little bit of a, I don't know if Sprankle's banged up maybe on that, giving him a little extra time to breathe, but I think he's back. Yeah, he's going to hold the snap here. So both quarterbacks getting a little run here early on for the Riverhawks. Oliver there, able to take it to Pater for the Riverhawks.
Nick McNeely was in the backfield next to the kicker. Kind of didn't know where to go. But the kick is up, and it is good.
That kick is up, and it is good. Brings our score 14-0. Armstrong Riverhawks.
It's 14-0 here in the home opener here in week 0 for the Riverhawks.
This time, I'd like to thank
Touchdown
our
was
t-shirt
scored by
sponsors,
Jaden Oliver,
Targeted Construction
freshman
Services,
quarterback and
Worm
defensive
Creative
end.
Design, Fox's Pizza Den and Tanning, the Latin American Club Beneficial Society, Night Courts Restaurant and Lounge, Reisman Body Shop and Collision Repair, Polish Falcons S159, J&J
So with that,
Miller's
Riverhawks
Cookies,
quickly
one of a
strike
kind,
here for
often
7
imitated,
points.
never duplicated. Back to kick is Reed.
9:57 left to play here in the second quarter.
Bluffer and Vikings back to return.
Expecting a shorter kick here from Hunter Reed.
Darnell Coastland and Derek Aston.
Set.
Nope.
He was set.
Made you look.
Fool me once, fool me twice.
Is the
Connor
former
Reed is
president
now ready to
fool
go.
me once? Shame on you. Fool me twice, but you ain't gonna fool me again.
Here's the kick from Reed. It's a high arcing kick.
What a boot.
That looked like a fair catch called, but nothing called here by the officials.
And you see Armstrong.
Darnell Colston with the
Number
return.
1, Darnell Coaston with the return.
Brought down by McNeely, whatever. his
Brought
name
down by Nick McNeely.
Now by McNeely. That's Nick McNeely. But yeah, it looked. Yeah, some of the players here on the Riverhawks sideline saying that was a signaled fair catch by Darnell Colston, but the officials did not see it.
For the Vikings.
Yeah, I saw several coaches down there on the Armstrong sideline, along with I saw Ian Olsen there, certainly showing his ups as he jumped, pleading to the referees that the fair catch was signaled. Oh boy, this pizza is delicious.
I'm gonna have some here soon at halftime. So Simmons now will roll to his left. He throws on the run, and that is incomplete.
Number 9, Simmons.
Number 9.
Pass. That'll bring up second and 10.
Simmons, that pass
To
falls
that
in.
25-yard
Fell
line.
through the hands of the wide receiver on that play. Alex Patton was on the coverage there. So it'll be second down. 9:46 here left to play. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous night for Friday night lights football.
Yeah, for those that have followed High Top Sports Network over the last few years, we always get real hot, humid nights here for week 0. Luckily, it was a little warm when we got here. Of course, I did my fair share of sweating, but not nearly as bad as the previous 2 years, I'd say.
Simmons in shotgun, trips to his left. Simmons again rolls to his left. He's looking. He's under pressure. He escapes pressure. He's now going to run, and he will run to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, turning nothing into something there, Sam. It looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss, but able to get to that sideline and kind of get to the edge. And as a result, able to get maybe a yard out of it, but still facing a 3rd and 10.
He just managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, did Simmons. So now it's a 3rd down here for the Valley Vikings. I have Knights in the back of my head, but I'm doing everything humanly possible to say the word Vikings. Simmons in shotgun, trips to his right. He drops back. He's looking. He's going to fire deep across the field, and it falls incomplete. That pass was intended to Briggs. Fell incomplete as Briggs was in the middle of the zone coverage of the Armstrong Riverhawks, excuse me.
Deep, we got
Three and out
Number 16, Dorian Briggs.
and also
the
And
Vikings.
receive is Bartolowitz and Olsen.
Bartolowitz and Olsen are set back to receive. Low snap. It's a swibbler of a punt that was received by Olsen, and Olsen's now going to look to switch fields. He's in the middle of the field. There's a flag on the play. Olsen has some blockers, has some room, but tackled in the nick of time by number 3, Charles Perkins. Potentially save a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Probably going to be a hold here on the Riverhawks.
Sure looks like it, and that's a shame. Ian Olsen showing off his that lateral skill, his ability to run from sideline to sideline. And I talked about him last year. So many plays where his brother was able just to find him out in the flat and let him do his magic there and make defenders miss. And you kind of saw a glimpse of that there on that punt return, but unfortunately looks like it will be a penalty against the Hawks. Not too many penalties here so far. Been a rather clean game, I think, Sam, for the most part.
Yeah, not too many penalties in this game for both teams.
This will bring up a 1st down and 10.
There's only been 2 penalties in the game so far.
41-yard line after the
Riverhawks.
penalty.
But as I alluded to earlier, indeed it was a holding call on the Riverhawks, so that'll negate the Ian Olsen punt return and send them back to the 41-yard line, in which it'll be another drive here for the Riverhawks. It's Sprinkle in the backfield. Got trips wide receivers to his left. It's a quarterback keeper for Sprinkle, and now Sprinkle has some room. He's off and running to the races. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He is all the way down to the 10-yard line, breaking more tackles all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Number 12,
Magic man making people miss.
A huge
He
game.
did a good job of getting
And
the
that is
defenders
an
there.
Armstrong
There's a flag,
Riverhawks.
though, on the
First
play.
down.
There's a flag, and there might be all coming all the way
And
back.
that's unfortunate because it looks like where that flag was.
It's a holding call.
Wow, and that's a shame
There is
because
a holding call against your Riverhawks.
boy, oh boy.
So that negates the excitement.
But you know what? I love what I saw to Sprankle right there, able to kind of get the defender to turn his, kind of get him to turn both ways. When you do that, you kind of get him off balance. And Sprankle working it to perfection there, but unfortunately, as you mentioned, Sam, all for nothing. Another hold by these Hawks.
Sprinkle, that was an absolutely magical run right there. That was just negated by the holding call. So it'll be 1st down and 7 here. Sprinkle now has to catch his breath after running almost 60-ish yards. So again, trips to his left.
When will we see the Isaiah Brown shot?
Maybe
I think
right here. Sprinkle
Yep.
going deep. It is incomplete. Officials on a flag, and there it is. Darnell Colston will get the flag for pass interference.
Yeah, Colston doesn't like the call there, but he definitely made contact a little prematurely there, Sam. Just a hair early. Because sometimes if you do kind of meet him right before the point of contact, right when that ball gets there, you can maybe get the call. But certainly right there, you could tell that Kai and Klein's ability to go and catch that ball was impeded, certainly.
Klein did his greatest effort to come down with that ball, and when he high pointed it,
Wait, what?
That is a pass interference against the Valley Vikings.
Why are they going so far back? That's a pass interference.
where are we going? Oh, they're trying to figure out where 15 yards.
Yeah, whoa.
First down.
The Benny Hill music.
We hear the spinning monkeys music. So 15-yard penalty. The officials are trying to figure out where that 15 yards.
Just trying to keep us sharp here, up here in the booth. Still enjoying this pizza, by the way. Having a ball. Just having a ball here.
Sprinkle now. Ooh, a little jump right there. No offside. Sprinkle taking a tough shot.
Here's Brown.
Brown. It is caught by Brown!
Pass goal to Brown, number 5, Isaiah Brown.
My goodness gracious, Isaiah Brown!
I'm really happy I mentioned 2 plays ago, when will the shot by Isaiah Brown come? And there it was.
First down.
As I said in the pregame, he's that guy where you can just heave it up, and he will bring it down 50% of the time. He is going to be causing defensive backs fits all season long.
That was an incredible throw and an incredible catch by Isaiah Brown. He just lost him. Sprinkle now looking. He's firing for the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown. That is Chase
Number
Jablonski.
14, Chase Jablonski.
Wide open on the corner of that end zone. And Colt Sprinkle has probably silenced the critics tonight. He is on fire, and it's only about a quarter and 1/3 into this game.
Yeah, and I love that Jablonski got involved on that play too. Just showing what I was talking about there with that depth. You talk about having a Klein, Jablonski, Joe Bartolowicz, Ian Olsen, Isaiah Brown. Talk about a 5-headed monster at the receiver position. It's just tough to match. I'd like to find a team that thinks they can match up that well.
That kick is up. It is good.
And all of the
Riverhawks lead the Valley Vikings. 21-0 with
a pretty fierce 1 through 5.
The extra point by Hunter Reed is up and good. It is now 21-0.
T-shirt sponsors. Walker Motor Company, GMC.
Riverhawks have just been
Stiller Motorsports.
on an absolute tear so far in this ballgame.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. And you know, Oliver come out under center there in that other drive, and then Craig will come back out. Be interesting to see if we see Oliver again on the next offensive possession for the Riverhawks. But here's the thing: competition brings out the best in everybody. They're both young, talented quarterbacks, and you know, what's the worst that's going to happen here? You get motivated, you get the best out of whoever's under center, and it could make for some compelling football here. And it's a good problem to have, nonetheless.
It really is. It is a good problem to have.
Darnell Colston.
You have so many weapons to use.
And Derek Hassan.
So Reed is set to kick in this 21-0 ball game. 8:43 left to play. It is a high kick that sends number 1 all the way to the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he's going to take it in.
Beautiful kick by Reed. That is a touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line of the Vikings.
I tend to forget the rules from NFL and high school. Sometimes it just, doesn't stick with me up here. Pointing to my brain.
Yeah, it's 1.
So the ball will go out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a picture-perfect start really for Armstrong. A couple little blunders, a couple little mistakes here and there. First week of the season type things, nothing really major, but you got to like what you're seeing overall from these Riverhawks. The offense, certainly, everybody getting involved. You see Brown going up high pointing a ball. You see Ian Olsen doing what he can do in open space. Jablonski getting involved. Joe Bartolowicz getting involved.
Number 3.
The general on that first drive of the game for the Riverhawks, Alex Patton, making his presence felt. It's just a very well-balanced game and a great offensive game being called right now by Frank Baby.
So 3-on-3 action on that play right there. Charles Perkins with the carry, Ethan Ekman with the tackle, both wearing number 3.
Makes it mighty confusing. There's a couple teams I feel like we covered last year that had 2 guys on the team with the same number. How's that possible? Give them a 3-digit number for that bad. I don't care.
Simmons, it's a screen to the running back. That is Perkins.
Simmons incomplete to
Goes through
Perkins.
the hands of Perkins, and just like that, it's another 3rd and long situation for the Valley Vikings.
And that's where Simmons was money on that first drive of the game. He was connecting with his receivers, very fluid on those passes, those short passes. And it's kind of eluded him really ever since.
The Vikings had an opportunity to strike first in this ball game to really set the tone of what this night would be in the River, and they couldn't do so. So the Riverhawks kind of just invited themselves in to the Viking ship. And here we are, as that pass is off the mark by Simmons. That was intended to Darnell Costin, and it'll be another 3 and out here for the Vikings offense. This defense here for the Vikings has to be extremely tired.
Yeah, and Armstrong going to get the football back with good field position again, Sam. That's one thing we haven't really talked enough about. The Riverhawks have gotten the ball in some pretty advantageous field position these last couple of drives.
Great back to punt.
Looks like now we're going to have
Number 2, Olsen,
single
to return.
guy back here for the Riverhawks. That's Olsen. The Riverhawks might be trying to go for a block punt here. They're sending the pressure. Here's the snap. Here comes the pressure. Oh my goodness, that was awfully close to being blocked. It will take a friendly Vikings bounce.
Very friendly.
All the way to the 40-yard line, in which the
Ball ends up
Riverhawks
at the
will
40-yard line
take
of the
over.
Riverhawks. It'll be 1st and 10 with 7:49 remaining in the half.
Sorry, Sam. I'm teetering on that line between enjoying this pizza way too much and probably not doing a good enough job at my job. I apologize. Shout out to this pizza. It's wonderful.
That's why it's week 0. We're just working out the kinks.
Yep. I'm not at like week 9 level yet here by any means, but I want to quickly thank all of our sponsors. Of course, Frankel's Neighborhood Market. You'll get to see their scoreboard up here shortly. Having a hard time getting that to load for whatever reason, but thanks to Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, UFP Parker LLC in Parker, PA, the wonderful John F. Graff Insurance Agency, the sponsor here shortly of the halftime performance you'll see here on High Top Sports Network, the fan performance that we'd love to bring you every week. Also want to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy of Good Tanning, the 4th quarter sponsor tonight. And I want to mention, go back a second and say that UFP Parker was your 1st quarter sponsor, along with the extra point. Hunter Reed making good on those for UFP Parker. Schaefer's HVAC, the national anthem sponsor. Where we sit right now, the Schaefer's HVAC broadcast booth. Damon Chiropractic, their player of the game sponsor. I want to thank Ryan Bowser State Farm, the Red Zone. Always the Red Zone sponsor here on High Top Sports Network. We love Ryan Bowser. We love a lot of Ryans here. We have a lot of good friends on the network named Ryan. Be it Ryan Sprankle, Ryan Olsen, Ryan Bowser. That's a good name. Also the Fan Cam sponsor tonight, and Armstrong Indoor Athletics, also a sponsor here for this Week 0 broadcast. We thank our sponsors, and we always say here, Sam, if you're in the need of any of our sponsors' goods or services, please seek them out first, because they're why you're able to watch this game wherever you may be tonight.
The Riverhawks will take control again, up 21-0 here in this ball game. 7:49 left to play. Spranker will take a deep shot here, looking for Olsen. It falls incomplete.
That pass is incomplete to Olsen, but there is a
heard
flag on the play.
Next to me, he was in fact holding him, and there is a flag on the play.
I'll tell you what, Sam, that was a well-thrown ball right there, and I felt like the defender really all he could do was tug a little bit there on Olsen and try to be as sly about it as he could be, but not sly enough. The referee all over it, and the flag coming out there quickly.
It's actually going to be a pass interference call instead of a holding call, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty instead of a 10-yard penalty.
15-yard penalty.
First down nonetheless.
This will bring them 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line.
Yeah, again, make sure you stay tuned for the halftime show here. We'll bring you both bands. Valley have a band? Yeah, they got a band down there. Okay. Valley band? Gotta be.
What are you saying?
Valley. I didn't know if we'd see both bands. I didn't know if that was Armstrong's band only, but it looks like we'll get both bands here at halftime. And I believe the John F. Graff halftime show.
With the carry.
John F. Graff Insurance.
With the carry there, did a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage after he was initially hit 3 yards back to the backfield.
Ryan Knapp.
Talking about number 62, Ryan Knapp.
So 2nd down and 10. Sprinkle in shotgun. Play action. Deep shot. And the receiver gets taken
Sprinkle
down.
out of the shotgun, and it's
There's
another
a
incomplete
flag.
pass, but there are 2 flags on the
Intended
play.
target was Kean Klein on that as he was brought down way before that ball got to him. So now the Vikings getting a little undisciplined here in this 2nd quarter. Probably frustration building up a little bit, you know. Not really doing anything on offense. And now giving us another pass interference play, so another free at 15 yards.
Yeah, great
That's
point.
another 15-yard penalty
Yeah, great
for
point, Sam.
Vikings.
I think a little bit of
Another
frustration obviously
Armstrong
boiling
River
over
Hawk.
right now for
First
Valley.
down.
And give
At
credit
the
to Sprinkle,
30-yard
man.
line.
He's putting the ball on his receivers right now. And when you're putting them on that well, you know, what are you going to do but hold? We talk about the skill of these receivers from top to bottom. And, you can't let them get in front of you because they'll burn you.
So Twins set to the right and left. Sprinkle gets the carry. It's a deep shot down the field. Comeback route caught. It's Olsen who breaks a tackle all the way down.
Pass complete to number 2 Olsen on a fantastic run after catch.
To the
This will bring up another Armstrong Riverhawk. First down.
Tell you what, he's fun to watch. You know, we talk about, you said another ball where he gets a little bit of yak, run after catch. And
15 yards.
man, oh man, is he fun to watch. He can make guys miss. He's slippery.
Ron keeps the only back.
Trips to the left of Sprinkle, single setback. It's a fake. Sprinkle now going to the end zone. It is incomplete.
Number 1. Klein.
We're having slight issues here with our
Pass
camera.
attempted number 1 time Klein.
We zero, dude.
Broken up by Darnell Colston of the Valley
Darnell
Vikings. This will
Colston
bring up
broke
2nd
that
and 10 at
pass
the
up.
15-yard line.
We'll get the camera here fixed for you for the 2nd half of the play. We have the sensor faced towards us. So
And I'm literally reaching with my entire arm distance. I have long arms, luckily, but
thank goodness you can reach. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got Tyrannosaurus Rex
a
arms.
little go-go gadget here.
So Sprinkle is getting a new play from his coach. Trip set again to the left. Single setback. It is a design run. Sprinkle getting a couple of yards before he's taken down.
Sprinkle on the carry.
Number
No gain on the play. That'll bring up a
30.
3rd down and 10.
Brendan
Still at the
Jackson on that
15-yard
tackle.
line with 6 minutes and 40 seconds
like number
left in the
30.
half.
That's who we're going to go.
Yeah, Armstrong kind of taking their time now. We saw both teams kind of moving quickly in the start of that 1st quarter, and let Sprinkle kind of survey a little bit more and look over his offense and continue to get more and more comfortable.
3rd down and 10. Sprinkle gets the handoff, or fakes it, fires to the end zone.
Touchdown from Sprinkle!
That's a great throw right there. Wow, with the pressure bearing down, he knew that was going to get hit, and he stood in the face of that pressure and threw a well-anticipated ball out in front of his receiver. Was that Olsen?
Your Armstrong.
That Olsen with the
That
reception?
was Olsen, yeah.
Yeah, what a ball. You know, that was just terrific. Yeah, he couldn't have been thrown better, really, because, again, he's staring down that pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, and he put it right on Olsen there in that little crossing
Reed
route.
to attempt your extra
The
point.
River Rocks up 27, make it 28 here if Reed can put her through the uprights.
That was an incredible catch right there by Olsen. Did enough to survive the ground as well. As the extra point is up.
Will Adams on the
It's
snap.
good.
The kick is up and it is good, and that brings our
Now,
score
28-0. Score getting a little out of hand here so far.
6 minutes and 11 seconds.
You're seeing those weapons that we talked about in the
Oh, yeah.
pregame, you know, really showing up here. I mean, it's been awesome, and
I would
kind
like
of fun to
announce
watch
our table sponsors
predictions
for
come true. Everybody likes to
Old
predict
Table
things like this and see them come true. And
Sprinkles, Save on Me,
Um,
Dairy Queen.
you know, from top to bottom, the 5 guys, be it Olsen, be it Brown, be it Jablonski, be it Bartolowicz.
Targeted construction.
Of course, Kai Klein. Cannot forget about Kai Klein. He is fun to watch on both sides of the football. You know, it's you can't have enough guys in your secondary, really, to stop all these guys. It's going to be fun to watch what they can do cumulatively this year as a receiving group here in 2023, Sam.
Rosebud Mining, Country
Has to be
Colts
close to 200 passing
Dr.
yards
Paul and Mrs.
Yes,
Long.
in this first half. I mean,
Man,
Olsen
he
Chiropractic.
has been throwing
Of
the
course,
ball
Chris Seven
crisply.
downtown.
It's really good. And
Lead back to kick.
I think what I'm most impressed with is his ability to throw it in advance out in front of his receivers.
a little tilted.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to fix that at halftime here, Sam.
Kicking off.
That's week 0.
Yep, week 0 indeed. But yeah, I've been really impressed with Colt's ability to kind of throw it out in front of his receivers and throw it in a place where he knows they can get out and it's just awesome. Great to watch.
It keeps going like this.
Who is it?
There's a big return through the middle by Colston. He breaks another tackle all the way down to the 45. An ankle tackle right there. That is Hunter Reed who made
Great
it.
return by number 1.
Hunter Reed making the
Colston.
game, the touchdown saving tackle.
Brought down by the kicker, Hunter Reed. At
That's a
the
hug right there by
Viking 46
number
yard line.
5, Isaiah Brown.
Like now you see the lights coming really on here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. Phil just seems like it lit up a lot more there. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe. But really, I mean, what more could you ask for your Armstrong right now? You know, really doing what they want and getting everybody involved too. It's been a impressive start.
Number 1 Coaston at the end of the round, tackled by
Colston
about 8 members of the Riverhawk
gained about a
defense.
half a yard on that play.
Yeah, just
Jet speed typically
Not much
the
gain in the
slot
play.
receiver
We'll get it second down and 10.
cross towards the backfield. Which will receive the ball. That's exactly what happened. It'll be second down and 9.5. It'll be second down and 9. An extra yard. Colston will check out of the game.
Valley, not much of a hurry. They certainly had a little more,
On Wilkerson's in.
I don't know, a willingness to get back up to the line of scrimmage there in that first quarter, but not so much here on this drive, Sam.
There's a throw by
Sean
Simmons.
Wilkerson, the attempted receiver on play.
Mrs. Wilkerson.
Down Vikings.
Now it's third down and 9.
Yeah, really ever since that first drive, Sam, Valley not much to show for on these third and longs, another 3rd and 9. We saw them convert 3 big third downs in that first drive, a 3rd and 8, a 3rd and 9, I believe a 3rd and 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Ever since that, the defense has made great adjustments. It's really shut down the game plan here for the Vikings. So a 3rd down and 9, Simmons with trips to his right. It's going to look that way. Now he's going to take a deep shot down the field.
Wow.
But he overshoots his man. That was Dorian Briggs, the intended
Pass
receiver.
attempted for Dorian
He had him,
Briggs.
Sam. He had him, but
Incomplete
well
pass.
over the head of the intended
We'll bring
receiver.
up 4th down and 9.
So another 4th down, just a drive stalled by a play that just you needed to make there if you're Simmons.
Simmons just really overshot that one. So Briggs, who
Olsen and Bartolowicz
had
back to receive.
run all the way down the field, now has to run all the way back.
Number 16,
He's the
Dorian
punter.
Briggs to punt.
A lot of punts here for the Vikings.
Whole lot of punts.
Every drive except their opening one.
Ooh.
That was a low punt. He's fielded by
Bartolowicz
Bartolowicz, who
receives punt.
gets a couple of yards. It was a dribbler of a snap to
Mason Simmons on the tackle for the Vikings.
Yeah, not sure.
The low
To bring up
scrutiny
1st
punt.
and 10 for the
It
Riverhawks.
was
at
received
their
by
own
Bartolowicz, who
31
gained
yard
about
line.
2 yards on his return.
Yeah, not sure if he's a first baseman there, Sam, but that was a heck of a first baseman scoop. Able to bring that one in and get rid of it as quickly as he did. That was not an easy task. And lucky that wasn't blocked by the Rock special team unit.
So the freshman quarterback, number 17, Jaden Oliver, is out on the field. He is in shotgun. He's got twins receivers to his left and right, single setback. Jaden Oliver, mid in motion, that's number 1, Klein. It's a sweep to Klein.
Ooh.
Klein has some space, following his blockers, gets a first down.
Jaden Oliver
And a little
is
bit
the
more.
quarterback.
Gain of
Going
about
up to number
13
1.
on that play.
Klein.
Yeah, again, not just their hands, but their legs of these receivers able to take that little end around
That
there. It
brings
was
up
fine.
another Armstrong Riverhawk.
Again,
First down.
I feel feel bad for opposing secondaries, how they're going to be able to cover all of these guys for the entirety of the game. It's going to be a tall task.
Oliver still in there. He will roll to his right. Fires on the run. That catch is completed all the way down to the 40-yard line. Klein back-to-back plays for a first down.
By Klein.
That time on the
Tackled by Graves at the 40-yard line, and that is another Armstrong Riverhawk.
Feels like a different receiver has been featured in every drive, and this is Kyan Klein's drive now being found there, second consecutive play. But again, I don't want to talk about it until my eyes turn blue, but man, oh man, the weapons on this Armstrong team are impressive.
It's an Oliver give. He's up the middle. He's got a couple of yards. He had
Oliver with a nice gain of about 6 yards.
He had a little bit of space, but there was a good tackle right there.
34-yard line.
Gain of 6 on that run. It is second down and 4.
Just 3:48 until the John F. Graff Insurance Agency halftime show. But Armstrong looking like they might be able to punch it in one more time before then, Sam.
Oliver keeps it. He's going to get to the edge. He's got a first down. A little spin move, and he'll get a couple more yards.
Oliver down to the
Fearless there.
Viking 25-yard line. And ladies and gentlemen, that is another Armstrong Riverhawk first down.
And Oliver.
Whoa, whoops, sorry.
Going into this
Wow,
drive.
wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, there's...
No idea what just happened there. That thing could not move. That just moved. Yeah, you did. I couldn't physically move the
Get
camera.
right back! Breaks another tackle! Goes all the way down to the 3-yard line!
General Patton down the inside the 5-yard line for the Riverhawks.
Ran right
And
through the
again,
hole.
that is an Armstrong
I'm sure glad the ghosts that were controlling our camera there momentarily decided to let us turn it back for Patton's run. That was insane.
Oh, man.
Wow. But a heck of a play there. Again, the weapons. Patton in the backfield, just a smorgasbord of weapons for these two young quarterbacks here tonight.
First and goal. An impressive drive here that is being led by the freshman quarterback, Jaden Oliver. He'll get it in shotgun. It's again to Patton. Will just tap dance.
Oliver hands off to Alex Patton. That is another touchdown for your Armstrong Riverhawks. It brings our score to 34 to nothing.
And I believe we have a running clock once it gets to that 35-point mark. So we'll be running clock here. Run now. Well, we have to wait. Well, we have to get there needs to be an extra point.
Right, yeah, we want to put the cart before the horse here, but there's a really good chance of what you're saying there, Sam, being the case, and all it means is maybe a little bit earlier shower tonight. Not to be pressing deadlines
Reed
hard.
attempts the extra point.
Here is Reed, who is Mr. Automatic. Kick is up, and it is good.
That's Coach
Colton Sprankle on the
35
hole.
nothing now.
That kick is up and it is good, and
I
it brings
think it
our
is
score to
35
35-0 with 2:29 left in the first half.
I'm only
Maybe
trying
it might
to
be when
remember.
the second half rolls around.
I
And by
have just been
35.
given our
I should know this.
50-50
I
winners
watched a couple of those last year because of Caden
for
Olsen's arm.
$750 on this
You've been doing
beautiful
Pittsburgh high school
evening.
football for how long?
Enough to party.
Our
I've
numbers
been doing it for
are
quite some time.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's funny. I don't even know this is basketball, and I feel like I should definitely know that too.
206.
It's funny. You just watch enough sports, and you just sort of just numb to it to a certain extent. You don't. Nothing against I'm not appreciating what I'm watching. It's just sort of.
Congratulations. Please, if that is your card or your
I'm trying to think of the proper way to put it, so I'm not.
You're just thinking yourself a hole.
Yeah, probably.
So nonetheless, it is 35-0.
Yes, your left side. Please come
It has
and redeem
been
your
an
prize.
offensive and defensive display here for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, really not forcing any turnovers. We saw the defense do a good job of that last year, but you know they're buckling down on third down. You know, we've seen that, and that's really the mark of a good defense. And if you're, you know, Armstrong and the defensive coaches for this team, you got to be thrilled with that. Maybe that guy down there, Ed Morris, the strength and conditioning coach. Wonder why they let Ed on the sideline.
1-8.
I'll never know. That's a
He's
good guy. I got to
right?
throw some shade at Ed. He's a good dude.
So a little swift kick here.
Oh, wow.
And that was an interesting play right there by
Kick is picked up by the Vikings at the 21-yard line.
it looks like number
It'll be
3.
first and 10.
Charles Perkins who received.
It looks like now
I'm
the
surprised he didn't let that
23-yard
go out of
line.
bounds, because then
Vikings.
that would have been a penalty for a kickoff out of bounds. But now we're starting to see that these kickoffs
This evening, our water is provided by the Armstrong Beer Distributor and hidden flavored water provided by him.
Really won't do anything to that. That is the message that the Riverhawks are sending right there on that type of squib kick kickoff.
Hunter Reed with an impressive sandwich right there. That's basically what that was. Kind of chipped it over there in that corner and got it to stick.
I honestly thought that ball was going to go
We're
out.
time
Oh yeah, 100%. But again, that's kind of why I like alluded to it looking like a sandwich. It just kind of stuck there and maybe even spun him back a little bit. Much better with his sandwich than I was mine.
Nicolina Pizza.
But yeah, it was.
Provided by the
What a nice extra
Supermarket
luxury that is for Armstrong. Should we talk about all the things they have on offense? And I probably talk about it enough to annoy people from Valley, maybe you Armstrong for that matter. But then you have Hunter Reed as that safety blanket too, in addition to all of that, firepower you have on offense. Just again, it's going to be fun to watch. It really is.
Sponsor the Steak on the Grill. Please contact
program
Tony at the
that is being
700
built here. And again, too, it's not like this is a
Our
veteran type of
sponsors
group either.
this year.
You got maybe
Our
like
Goods Tire Service.
one,
Todd
two
and
guys
Lisa
on offense that are
family.
seniors, maybe three on
Red
defense
Clark
that are
senior
seniors. So a
family.
lot of these guys are going to be coming back
BLX.
next year. Some of these players out
Bonnie
here
Kitchen and
are
Bath.
even sophomores.
Ultra plaques and
It's just a
trophies
factory
in the
here that's
villa.
being
So we
produced
thank
here.
all of our half-head sponsors.
I mean, that's what happens when you have guys come through the program, with pedigrees that you've seen. It's not even just at Armstrong, but you talk about the years prior with Florida City and Gatanning, talk about guys like Gus Farad and Mitch Farad, of course, Zane Dudek just a couple years ago, Caden Olson, and there's some names that make these young people want to come out and play football and wear this orange and blue. And it's
Keeper for Simmons, and that goes
McNeely with the tackle for a 5-yard loss for the Riverhawks.
plethora of yards. Counted 8-yard loss, I believe. Maybe 6 yards. It was second down and 16.
Yeah, talk about that. It's kind of building off what you said there. There's no shortage of guys that have played pro football. It seems that there's always somebody from Armstrong County playing pro football.
Don't bring up second down.
Nick Bowers right now, Penn State grad, played in the NFL as well. Cincinnati, yeah. And so you kind of always have somebody, I feel like, in the league from Armstrong County. And that's what gets these kids coming out. That's what makes these programs strong. When you have somebody like that to look up to, it helps build these programs.
That is a run that will also lose yards as the backfield was blown up.
Tristan Goodwin, tackled by number 72, Cam Wolf.
Cam Wolf on the play.
No gain on the play, brings up third down and 17 for the Valley Vikings.
6'2", 235-pound lineman.
Big boy, get it out.
Have a minute and 28 seconds left.
Yeah.
There's a timeout on the field.
Well, we have a chance. I want to thank one of our sponsors, of course, you folks out there watching because of these fine people. And I want to thank UFP Parker LLC, the first quarter and extra point sponsor. Again, Hunter Reed making good on that tonight. They're a leading manufacturer of high-quality wood products, which are essential in everyday life. UFP's products are wide-ranging, including treated lumber, trusses, and building components, concrete forming materials, and industrial packaging needed for people, and they need people like you to keep growing. And working there, you'll find co-workers who treat you like family and people who have your best interest at heart.
I would like to also say
And
that Kenny donated
again,
$200
always
back to the
trying to
program. So thank you, Kenny, and congratulations.
Promote within one of those organizations at UFP Parker where you can work your way up through that company, and that's what everybody wants. You want to work for a place like that that appreciates your effort, and you feel like you can grow at, and that's.
Pick off! Pick six
General
for the
Pepper.
What a play!
He had that one go through his hands last quarter, Sam, and he made up for it there. This one he made good on, and he took it to the house. Pick six for the general, Alex Patton.
That was a flash of a pick six right there by Pick Six Patton, baby. That is his new nickname, and we're gonna call him.
What
It is
number is
now
53?
41 to nothing, pending this extra point right here by Reed.
Holder Sprankles, Reed back to kick.
Sorry, they've been scoring so quickly. I haven't even had a chance to change the score, but I apologize for that. My bad.
Kick is up, and it is right
That
down the
kick is up
middle.
and good.
It is
That brings
now
our score
42
42
to
nothing.
nothing.
Riverhawks.
Riverhawks.
Some clock.
42 points.
A flag of play.
Flag
Oh,
Flag
play
of
as
play.
well. I'm wondering if this could be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Yeah,
Oh, we got them dropping over there. Like,
we got a couple Riverhawks kind of sharing
Vikings
words.
players just fell as well due to a cramp.
Oh, well, they're taking care of that cramp. I want to thank another sponsor, Sam, if you don't mind. I want to thank John F. Graff Insurance Agency, right down there in downtown Katanning. Got one of the cooler offices. You don't go to an insurance guy because you got a cool office, but John definitely has a cool office. And he's been in the industry since 1997. He's a proud member of the Keystone Insurance Group and a recognized leader in insurance and financial services. The John F. Graff Insurance Agency is insurance products and services to meet today's changing needs. And they have the knowledge, of course, with John there at the head, the resources to customize an insurance program for you. So make sure you visit him downtown, like I said, at 213 Market Street or online at WPIAinsurance.com/Graff-Agency.
So you call yourself an user, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. When I'm not on the air, I tell
How come you don't say like downtown? Like you say like
Downtown?
downtown.
Because I'm on the air right now, and I'm talking to you. I'm on the air right now. I'm not trying to make a complaint full of myself. Sam, I do a good enough job, not even trying, week to week. So, yeah. If you'd like me to let loose and just sound like Joe in his free time for the rest of the broadcast, I could do that. I don't know how much the people out there would enjoy that.
192,
Speaking
Mr.
of
Pat
downtown, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of these players playing downtown for a program such as Pitt or Duquesne, and then possibly even later down the line for the Steelers. I mean, there's a lot of talent on this Riverhawks team.
Absolutely.
It's eye-pleasing to watch.
And like I said, to start this broadcast, it's going to be hard to replace Caden Olsen. The Caden Olsens don't grow on trees. I think the 7th all-time leading passer in WPIAL history. Heck, the kid just turned 18 too, so he could have played another year if he would have started school later. His best friend Jack Balasek, a year, I think a month younger than him, they're a whole grade apart. So, you're not going to replace that. But overall, as a whole unit, this whole team, my early kind of assessment here is that they might be better top to bottom than they were last year. Guys getting a year older to get that experience, and boy, oh boy, like you've seen flashes from everybody you want to see flashes from.
Picked up by Corey Pitts of the Vikings.
The swift kick from Hunter Reed was picked up by Corey Pitts. Down a 17-yard return right there on the kickoff.
So what is the rule now? The clock's rolling. No, it's not.
I think it's the second half. Yeah, I think it's the second half rule. If it's a certain number.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
yeah, there's a
Finally know that from calling football games and being on the opposite side of the scoreboard.
Yes. Well, Jim, my good friend Josh Reckengast on the network, he often talks about his 0-26 Katanning Wildcats basketball team. Yeah, that doesn't sound like much fun, and a lot of running clocks, I think, for Josh back in those days, but I digress.
The ball goes by Simmons on the snap. Simmons will have to just follow.
Man.
And mistake after mistake here for the Vikings. They just keep piling on.
Yeah, it's so hard to understand this with how promising it seemed like things started for Valley in that first quarter. That first drive really seemed like it had the makings of being something sustainable that we would have seen throughout this game, and that just has not been the case.
Sniffed a potential upset here on that first drive, and then that scent has gone away here after the Riverhawks have put up 42 unanswered points.
Yeah.
Run up the middle, and there's a good gainer back. Perkins on the carry.
Perkins on the play for a nice game for the Vikings.
So second and long turns to third and shorter.
And again, make sure you stay tuned for the John F. Graff Insurance Agency halftime show here with bands. I believe both bands will be jamming out for you.
Charles Perkins.
Perkins gets a run again.
Perkins on the carry. Dominic Hutchins on the tackle.
I might have to run to my car, which is a million miles away here, Sam, at halftime, and grab my charger.
We're there. Short end.
That is the end of the half. Your Armstrong Riverhawks 42, Valley Vikings 0.
But after that 7-yard gain, that does it here for the first half. A commanding first half of such by the Riverhawks.
Absolutely.
Stick around here to watch the bands play, as the bands, this might be a little bit of bias on my end.
You a big band fan?
I'm a big band.
I love the band.
I wasn't in band, I was in theater, but big band guy. So stick around here for the band.
My favorite band jam? The Horse.
Okay.
Do you know The Horse?
I do.
Marion Center, my alma mater, always played it. I'd never hear it anymore. I think the horse is gone. It's been retired. I don't know, Sam. But I digress. Enjoy the John F. Graff Insurance Agency halftime show.
Battle of the Bands.
All right, I'm running my car. My charger.
I'm gonna get some pizza.
No, I'm just gonna roll more on.
Okay.
It's so like echoey in the background. It's huge. No.
Yeah, well, we're not hearing each other, so it's like it's kind of hard. But I think we're doing all right considering we can't hear each other.
Oh yeah, I hear you talking all over there. It's
I
like
know,
dead
we don't hear
silence. One of those dead silence sometimes. Y'all just talking.
Screaming, just screaming. Dad's game is up. Dad's game is up. What's going on? He's worried.
Hopefully the Baptist does choose to make it to the second half.
It hasn't been up like the entire
Oh, I
time.
know. It's like,
When did it start? Wait, when did it? Wait, when did it start?
they're at halftime too.
Oh. Huh?
But he was running around. I felt he was running crazy. How's this game looking? All right, everybody's got bands. How about you? Band? Nope. Still the second quarter.
Wait, is every team that we're
These are all our games.
we're winning?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see much. This is 42-0, obviously. Freeport winning 13-0. They don't have a score. I don't know. Wow. I wonder what Lou's doing.
We're losing.
No, West Smoking. I said I wonder what Lou is doing. 34-18.
Drum major, is your band ready to take the field? Get on your feet, jumping accordingly,
This big of a
the
lead.
countdown to 88 miles per hour. This is a historic decade as part of the Valley High School, the Valley Viking Marching Band. The Valley Band is under the direction of Mr. Neil Patton, Senior Jason Brown, Mrs. Patty Roselli, and Mr. Timothy Gray. Field leadership of drum majors Gabby Beck and Liz Walker.
It's true. It's like they're going a pro player. Like, we don't mention young things.
I think he's young enough. They must play their last preseason.
Last year, the first year of the Vikings room? That's I'm talking about a killer there. Oh, it's cool as crap, but I wish it was any other team.
He's got his Bengals hat.
Our first stop is during the British music invasions in the late 60s, early 70s. Join in with all those screaming fans on the Ed Sullivan Show as the band performs the Beatles' #1 hit, Let It Be. we all know that Guns N' Roses slashed the competition with their hit, Sweet Child of Mine. The early 90s were well known for Seattle grunge bands, but we're leaping forward to the latter part of the decade when boy bands ruled the radio. Why? Because just like the Backstreet Boys, the color guard wanted to dance and say, I want it that way. Our last stop is a return to the 21st century, to the decade of divas and Drake. We're excited to play for you a song by the crimped-haired, juicy couture-wearing princess of pop, Britney Spears. Ladies and gentlemen, this song is Toxic.
I'm listening to you. No, you guys are doing good.
Thank you. Sometimes I just flap my arms and I
I
hit
know.
people.
I get a little excited too. You're probably hearing us.
Of course, here comes my daddy in here, so.
Talk about it. I go in the back and ask them for a drink.
Water. Just say your name. I've got it.
I've only read this once, so we'll see how this goes.
So again, you're gonna go from people going there. You're the one that knows the script. You could say 2 plus 2 plus 4, and everybody would be like,
Good.
It'll be.
Is this the game? Is Shrek announcing this Penn's Manor game? Is that Penn's Manor?
Is it having more? Oh, Penn's Manor. Maybe. What's Shamokin doing?
Is that Penn's
That's
Manor
right,
Shamokin there?
maybe?
I don't know. It is.
It's no better out there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2023 Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band Halftime Show. Tonight, for your listening and viewing pleasure, the Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band will be performing this year's halftime show, Universal Blockbusters, with music from King Kong featuring our drumline and members of our Armstrong Taiko Ensemble, and Happy from Despicable Me 2, celebrating our upcoming performance at Universal Studios, Florida, this upcoming spring. The band members two leaders of the drum majors, Natalie Claypool and Zoe Dabrowski, drum captains Ava Manzio and Matt Lafferty, and guard section leader Shanna Taylor. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show this evening as the Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band appears to be ready for their halftime performance. Drum majors Natalie Claypool and Zoe Dabrowski, is your band ready?
Valley kids' names and numbers on the phone.
All we were given were their names, all in order with no positions.
Yeah, that's what I got from your.
I don't care about the positions.
Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band, the field is yours for performance.
But if he was here, I was just going to ask him for one. I don't want to take yours.
Yeah, I don't. We only have.
That's okay. That's okay. It's not that important. They're just on our buses and we're trying to figure it out.
oh, okay. Well, when we're done, I can give you this.
that
They
help?
can give me one. They'll give me one.
Okay.
They'll give me one. I'm just
There
there.
you go.
Oh, are you sure?
Yep.
You don't need it?
Nah, there he is, right there.
I was looking for
She's
this.
looking for you.
I was looking for this. For the kids. They're on the bus to see who they are. Because they're going to get back on the bus.
Eventually, maybe they'll swim down. Maybe Coach will make them quarterback down the
I just want
Allegheny.
to know who's cars. Right. Not John Trader. Then all the bus drivers are down there got it. And all the bus drivers are like, they don't want to trade it, right? They don't want it. So they're just trying to watch it. He gave it to
I'm
me.
embarrassed for my school district. You see this? This is not how your grades are on. Whoops, sorry. You don't put it by grades and alphabetical. You put it by the numbers so that everybody can read it. Look at this. This is embarrassing. I'd have done it. If it was me running it, I'd have done it. Plus, there's no position. You don't do that. She's embarrassed myself. I'm not serious. I don't care. She should know. She wants to be an athletic director. She's got to do the right thing. The athletic director did this. Kim is not wrong. You don't do this. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I hate it, but I just get. She got 3 strikes right now. 3 outs and she's done. I will. Carla, we're gonna go home. We're gonna swim the Allegheny home.
To complete our halftime show this evening, we feature our guard as the band performs Pharrell Williams' Happy, a lead single that was featured in Despicable Me 2.
So is the press box will always empty whatever the service of the day?
I don't know.
That was pretty good.
There might be Dairy Queen a week. Chicken tender tots.
At least I tell Ken Snob I was up here with his
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band! The Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band is under the direction of Mr. Jason Mineski, Assistant Director Mrs. Melissa Mineski, Kowalski. Guard instructor Mrs. Karen Smith and Mrs. Courtney Eiler. Drumline instructor Mr. Rob Reeves. Marching instructor Mr. Jason Lakota, Mr. Pat Kavanaugh. Woodwind instructor Mr. Charlene Lakota. Brass instructor Mr. Lou Libar. And the voice leader of the Hawks Marching Band, Mr. Jim Cannon. This year's halftime drill was designed by Mr. Robert Harris. The Armstrong Hawks Marching, I'd like to wish the Valley Vikings Marching Band the best of luck the rest of their season. And ladies and gentlemen, the Armstrong Hawks Marching Band would like to thank you for your kind attentiveness this evening. Go Hawks!
Jay gave it to me.
I was waiting
I always
for
said
you.
act like what you know what you're doing. That's right. Just walk in, take it, but just say
I was waiting for you. Yours truly, the best voice in
anything else. Did you read everything? No. Okay, so okay. I'm sure you read everything.
I had to stay to the bitter end.
But I beat Jake there.
Good job to both of our marching bands to sit after him. It's time to announce some of our half table sponsors. Our Good Tire Service, Todd and Reese's Fit family, Fred Clark Sr. and family. BLX, Bonnie Kitchen and Bath, Ultra Plaques and Trophies, and The Villa. And our two-man sled sponsor, special thanks to Rusty Cookdown. Use the tables, enjoy a nice meal from the concession stand. It benefits the football and what you just saw, our wonderful marching band. Tonight's featured item is Nicolina's Pizza. And let me tell you, it is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. College. Actually, a regular.
You look at the field, this is big. I just want to read Bill Carl of the contract. I don't ever just mess around while they go through college. Honest to God, this place is 10 times
Next song should be Jump Around.
One side, two sides, one side, that's it. The parking lot,
I'm gonna move over here. So I'm gonna be in control of everything. And we'd like to welcome you back here to Armstrong High School in this 42-0 ball game. Again, my name is Samuel Goldberg, Joseph Rhodes, and to give somebody a ride home. So you'll just be with me here for the second half of this ball game. I would imagine for the Armstrong side, we won't see any more of Colt Sprinkle. Yeah, I see the freshman quarterback, Jaden Oliver, warming up there around the bench area. It'll be his half here. I believe Sprinkle was out of the ball games when it was about 28-0. So in the second half, we are going to have a running clock. It is a big enough advantage to where there will be a running clock.
All right, as the clock hits 0-0 for our halftime, we are getting ready to start our second
So
half.
Armstrong will receive the ball first, as Armstrong kicked off the ball to start the first half. So they will receive.
Starting our first half with the clock set at 12 minutes a quarter.
Are almost ready to go here for
We'd like
the
to thank
second
our
half
one
of
sponsor,
action.
Myers Beer Processing. Sheets Incorporated, Clearwater, PJ Greco's Sons of Katanning, Armstrong County.
I think some of the Pittsburghians will enjoy this story as the concession stand against the water. As some of you may know who are watching, I'm from the Philadelphia area, just outside of Philadelphia, New Jersey. I asked the concession person if I could have a bottle of water, and she looked at me that I had 4 eyes. Water is the term for water in Philadelphia. Just beyond, so I figure some of you listening to today's game would get a kick out of that. We are now in the 3rd quarter of action here. So we are about set.
Armstrong won the toss to begin the game in the 3rd of the 2nd half, so they will receive.
The teams have to switch sides of the field. The kicker for is number 16. That is Dorian Briggs. It looks like number 35.
Oliver Lewis and Bartolowitz back to receive for the Riverhawks.
Number 39 is the kicker here for 39 on our rosters here that we've been given. The numbers are out of order.
Number 39 for the Vikings.
There's no name.
To kick off.
That might be 35. The 5s and 9s look the same. Anywho, it's a short kick that is fielded about the 34-yard line. And rumbling and stumbling, trying to break tackles is number 32, Isaiah Greenia.
Isaiah, number 32, Isaiah Greenia on the return.
Trying to get the scoreboard to update here, but it seems like our mouse that we have unfortunately died on us.
Brings it to the Riverhawks.
Unless if there's an on and off switch that I'm not seeing. But nonetheless, we see the offense take over here for the Riverhawks.
Here we go.
I believe that is Sprinkle in the backfield. Yes, it is. He is in shotgun. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to Klein.
Sprinkle to Klein. Second down, 2. It'll be about an 8-yard gain.
8 yards on that one.
2 for the Riverhawks.
A little bit here on the action for you. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Kind of a tower, 2 towers wide receiver set on the left and right. Sprinkle gets the. It'll be a handoff for a
Phoenix
first down.
Watkins for a 3-yard gain, and that would be an Armstrong Riverhawk. First down.
Phoenix Weinkauf with the carry. And that's a first down. I'm gonna look around the. I'm gonna look around here at some of the other broadcasts. As the snap by Sprinkle is incomplete. Trying to look for Klein there. Falls incomplete. Oh, there we go. We got the mouse to work again. Fix the quarter number here for you. There you go. So West Shamokin is up on Penn's Landing in the 3rd quarter. It is 34-18 in that ball game. Don't know the score in Ambridge as the screen is caught. Jablonski.
Sprinkle out of the shotgun, throws the screen to Chase
3-yard gain.
Jablonski.
Don't know the score in the Ambridge
Looks like to be about a
Golden
2-yard
Rams
gain.
game.
We'll give it 3rd down and 8.
In the Freeport and Indiana game, Indiana leads that game 20-0.
Give an injury timeout on the field.
And then there's us in this 42-0 ball game as we have a injury timeout here. Won't show that injury for you. We have an injury timeout here with 8:58 left to play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 here in this ball game. Colt Sprankler, or Sprankle, excuse me. There's no R at the end of it. There were a couple of question marks about this kid coming into this ball game, but I'm about 99.9% positive that he has silenced all the critics today.
That's number 50. That is Demetrius Ballard.
Let's give a round of applause for Demetrius Ballard as he heads off the field.
It's a 3rd down and 7 here for the Riverhawks.
All right, here we go. We got line and
Clock continues to run as there is a big enough advantage. Sprankle's in shotgun. Twin wide receiver sets to the left end right. Sprankle will get the snap. He's looking. He's going to take a shot downfield. He's got Olsen wide open down the sideline, and that's another 6 points. The Olsen connection does it again.
Reception touchdown.
Do it again. And now the
Our
score.
score is now your Armstrong Riverhawks 48, the Valley Vikings
48 to nothing now, as I apologize on the camera work. I didn't get the full play.
I don't know his number.
Spankle's the holder. Reed is the kicker here. The kick is up and it is good. The holder is Will Adams, the senior.
Will Adams.
Number 53, Will Adams on the snap. The kick is up and good by Reed.
It is now 49 to nothing as the smoke comes out from the student section here. It is 49 to nothing. This, folks, is a great ball game. This atmosphere is exactly what you
I
expect
would
at
love
a
to bring our
soccer game.
attention to our wonderful student section here at Armstrong Riverhawks Stadium. They come out in numbers and they appreciate your school spirit. Let's give a round of applause for our student section.
Again, that extra point is brought to you by UF Parker LLC. UF Parker LLC is a leading manufacturer of high-quality wood products which are essential to everyday life. UFP's products are wide-ranging, including treated lumber, trusses, and other components, concrete forming materials, and industrial packaging, and they need people like you to keep growing. Work there to find co-workers who treat you like family, people who have their best interests at heart, and will make your career goals a priority. They value safety and training, and full-time employees are eligible for compensation benefit packages, as well as profit-sharing bonuses. As on this return, there goes
Darnell Coaster.
Darnell Coaster.
Darnell Coaster on a wonderful return for the Valley Vikings.
That is the biggest play today for the Vikings.
I believe it was a shoestring tackle.
UF Parker proudly promotes from within at every level, in every department in their mission is to find you a career you can build upon and call your own. For the latest job openings at UFP Parker, visit ufpi.com/careers.
Who we got back there?
Looks like we might have a new quarterback in the ball game here for the Vikings. As I'm just judging by the stature. It's a quick throw that is complete for a
Derek Hazard.
9-yard gain.
Derek Hazard.
Number 9, Mason Simmons.
Derek Hazard on the catch.
Pass to Derek Hassan. Tackled by number 34.
Gain of 8 yards.
Second down 2.
Number 2.
Oh my.
There's a big breakup right there in the middle.
Handoff to number 2, Tristan Goodwin for a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Valley Vikings.
So it will be 3rd down and 3. Again, the clock is running. 6:38 left to play. Simmons in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the right. Single wide receiver to his left. Running back in the backfield. Simmons gets the snap, drops back, fires over the middle, and it is incomplete through the hands of Darnell Colston. Now it is 4th down and 3.
It will be 4th and 3 for the Valley Vikings at the Armstrong Riverhawk 43 line.
Looks like the River Rats have the JVs in. They do. You see that?
So it is now 4th down.
Let's see. We got some new bodies in there, Sacco.
We got 34.
Simmons, it's a screen play to the running back.
That's old Tristan
It's
Godwin.
number 2, Godwin, who has some space along the sideline.
Caden Lewis.
Will run out of bounds.
Simmons passed to Godwin. Pushed out of bounds at about the Riverhawk 25-yard
For a
line.
gain of
That'll be
about
1st and 10
13
Valley.
on that play, and it'll be a 1st down. Simmons gets the snap. It's a run. And oh my goodness, what a tackle there by number 74, Silas.
Godwin, the running back. Silas Solisna with the tackle for a loss
Grab
for the
the
Riverhawks.
shoulder pad of the running back to make that tackle. It'll be a loss of about no yards as they went back to the line of scrimmage. There's actually a flag on the play.
That was a horse collar.
There is a flag on the play.
They're going to call it a horse collar tackle. So we'll be
It looks to be
1st and
against the
5.
Riverhawks.
It is a fun day.
So 1st down and 5 after the penalty. That is Simmons still in shotgun. The running back to his right is Charles Perkins.
That must not have been.
Charles Perkins is the running back in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right. The lone wide receiver to the left is number 11, Corey Pitts. That's Colston in motion. Simmons looking, he fires over the middle, it's caught. And around the corner, going for the end zone, it is a touchdown. Derek Passam.
Simmons passes to number 8, Derek Haslam, for a Valley Vikings touchdown.
So the Valley
That brings up their
Vikings.
first score on the board, breaking 6-0, or 49-6, Riverhawks.
That'll be the first points.
Looks like they're going for 2.
That'll be the first points here for the Vikings as they looks like we're going for 2 here. That's Perkins in the backfield. Simmons is the quarterback. 3 wide receivers set to the right. Simmons gets the snap, checks it down to Perkins, and he will waltz in.
Number 9, Simmons to Perkins for the
2-point
successful
conversion.
conversion.
It is now 49-8 with 4 minutes left to play here in quarter number 3.
With 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Hey, look at this. And guess what? It's Hope. Did you figure that song down there running around?
So 49-8 is your score. 4 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. We will see what is happening now.
Yes.
That was a good-looking drive right there from the Valley Vikings. A couple of good plays. That was opening drive-esque. They were able to punch it in for the score. Caden Lewis and Jaden Oliver
16, 17, and 10.
are back.
They're all the same.
And Joe
Oliver
Bartolowicz
Lewis
as
and
well.
Bartolowicz back to receive the kick.
Those are your 3 Riverhawks set to receive this kick.
backup quarterback running the ball.
I don't know, 39.
Special teams coordinator moving the Riverhawks up a little bit.
Number 39 for Valley to kick off for the Vikings.
Nope, no 39, sorry. Yeah.
And here's the kick. It's away. And it's received by Oliver. He will break out to the 40, little spin move. And he gets hit hard before he gets to the 45-yard line.
About the 40.
He gets up to about the 44, 45-yard line for the Riverhawks. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, we have all these guys.
With 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
3 minutes and 30 seconds. The clock is ticking.
Where'd your buddy go?
There's still a big enough advantage. Again, my name is Samuel Goldberg. I was joined alongside by Joseph Rhodes, but he had to take somebody back home, so I'm riding solo, as they say, for this broadcast. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Clock is still running.
Hey, you got new people.
It's a plethora of new people. The first snap to Oliver is a handoff to line
Oliver in the quarterback for the Riverhawks.
nearly
Handoff to Phoenix line coop number 25.
broke a long run there.
It's about a 5-yard gain. Ball on the 48-yard
Got
line.
ankle tackle. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. Jaden Oliver had a great drive in the first half of this ball game. As whistles.
Timeout Valley.
Timeout for the Valley Vikings.
Seconds left to go.
So 2 minutes, 26 seconds here.
If I'm Valley, I'm never going.
And what has been a really successful ball game here for the Riverhawks.
Oh, I won't forget. Yeah, I didn't look at right here. Okay.
We hope that you are enjoying this evening's high school football broadcast right here on High Top Sports Network. Wherever you may be watching, we would like to thank our generous sponsors for their continuous support of HTSN's coverage of high school athletics. And we would like to remind our audience that if you or someone you know is in any need of our sponsors' goods or services, please do not hesitate to contact them first. It is because of our sponsors' support and belief in HTSN's mission that you are able to view this and every broadcast on High Top Sports Network free of charge. And a big thank you to our sponsors.
Oliver.
Get back out here to some game action. Oliver again, that's Jaden Oliver, the freshman. 6-foot freshman, by the way. So he's got some room to grow, quite literally. It'll be a run to the right. That will lose about a yard.
Oliver to line coop. The go game in the play, maybe a loss of 1. Third down
Line
and
Coop
7.
on the run. It is now 3rd down and 7.
I don't think he's going to throw much. I know. Let's see who we got out
6
there.
is down here.
Where? 6 is
6, 11,
Oliver Jones.
He's over here working.
We have a ton of freshmen now in the ballgame here for the Riverhawks as the snap goes to Oliver. It is a option play that is pitched out to Winecook, who has a little bit of a hole. He gets a first down and a little bit more.
Oliver on an option pitch to line coop.
And a little bit more.
And that is another Armstrong Riverhawk. First down.
Will be a first down here for the Riverhawks. There's an injured player.
For an injury on the play.
Not show the injury here for you. We'll stick right here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Sprinkles Neighborhood Market, and the scoreboard sponsor, Sprinkles Neighborhood Market, is in downtown Kittianning. It's more than just your hometown grocery store. It's your one-stop shop for everything on your list. Whether you're in need of the finest cuts of meat, freshly sliced cold cuts from their award-winning deli, or anything else you and your family might crave, you know you'll be able to find it at Sprinkles. Stop in every Wednesday for Sushi Madness and pick up $5 handmade rolls, or pick up a grab-and-go meal for a freshly made meal in no time. Sprinkles Neighborhood Market, where you know you will always #save on meat. Big thank you to them for sponsoring us, making this game possible, as the players still down here for the Vikings. That's why the camera is...
Bowers Valley.
Number 2 for Valley is
Tristan Goodwin.
Tristan Goodwin.
Let's give a round of applause for
Now,
Tristan Goodwin.
Tristan Goodwin is up, walking off under his own power off the field, so we'll get you back to game coaching.
Yeah, I forgot my binoculars. Shoot, Tom.
So it'll be first down, 1:10 and ticking left on the clock here in the third quarter.
Looks like Wine Coop.
Wine Coop is in the backfield, Oliver and shotgun. It's a run to Wine Coop, who makes one man miss, and now he gets about 4 or 5 Vikings to collapse on him for no gain.
Brings up second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
Make sure you read that. Let's play. Let's see. McIntyre. Scott Patterson. Scott McIntyre won this.
So second down and 10, clock still ticking. Oliver and shotgun. Twin wide receivers to the left and right. Running back in the backfield. Oliver gets the snap. It's a keep it to Oliver. He runs to the left. He'll spin move for about a couple yards.
Oliver on the keeper for about a 5-yard gain.
That'll be the last play.
4 yards on
That'll
that
probably be
one.
the last play of our third quarter.
And that last play, and that will take us to the fourth quarter.
We'll
So,
bring up about third down and 7.
the Riverhawks up big in this one in their Week 0 home opener. They have a 41-point advantage.
And
It's
here's our third
49.
blue-collar quarterly drawing winner.
And that'll bring us to our Phoenix
And the
Physical Therapy
$500
today.
winner of the blue-collar quarterly drawing.
Quarter. Life is about
For the third time
motion,
this
so
evening,
orthopedic injuries are
ticket
just,
number
well, a part of life.
113,
Phoenix
Scott
Physical Therapy, Roll
McIntyre.
Valley, and
Scott McIntyre, ticket
will help you recover,
113.
recharge, and rise to new heights after injury by creating a program focused on you. Your life should be pain-free and filled with activities that you love. And with help from Phoenix, you can get there. Schedule 24/7 online at phoenixphysicaltherapy.com or call us today to make your appointment. Thank you for Phoenix Physical Therapy for sponsoring quarter number 4.
When I say we don't care. If anybody asks, we don't
So here we go, start of the fourth quarter in this 49-8 ball game. It is a third down and 7. Oliver's in shotgun. He gets the snap. It's an option pitch out to Wine Coop, who loses a couple of yards. The ball actually falls out, but the officials have blown it dead.
Brought down by Darnell Coaston.
So it'll be
Lost on
fourth
play.
down.
It'll bring up about fourth down and 12.
Fourth down and 12. I
Ball
see the
on
punter,
the 40,
Hunter Reed, going out
40-yard
to
line.
see what Hunter Reed can do here. Just the ball is spotted at the 44-yard line.
Reed punting.
So Reed set to punt here. This fourth quarter. It's a high punt. And it'll be fielded at about the 10-yard line.
It is.
And after a couple of moves, a
Hunter Reed
10-yard
with the nice
gain
punt, fielded by Darnell Coaster.
by Darnell
About the
Coaster
10-yard
on
line,
the
right
return.
up to around the 20. We have another injury timeout on the field.
There's another player injured, so we are going to turn away from that one. And we would like to thank another sponsor here in the broadcast booth at Schaefer's HVAC. Now in its 50th year of operation, Schaefer's HVAC Incorporated in Kinneang has been a leader in heating and cooling solutions and services, and serves thousands of families and businesses in Armstrong, Allegheny, Butler, Indiana, and Westmoreland counties with promptness and integrity. Schaefer services all major brands of furnaces, air conditioners, and hot water tank systems, and they pride themselves on custom service and their ability to deliver quality goods and services. Schaefer's offers warranties. They're fully licensed and insured, and they provide emergency service if you ever need it. Call Schaefer's HVAC Incorporated at 724-543-2615 for your free in-house estimate today. Again, that's 724-543-2615 for your free in-house estimate today. Big thank you again to Schaefer's HVAC as the Viking player is still down. And that's why you have a shot of midfield at the moment.
I'll take it.
We'll let you know of the player that is down who is trying to come off the field.
A couple of lockers up here, put everything up
Sorry, Tron. Sorry.
Viking player is still down. A lot of the players now are taking leads. This is something that you don't like to see, especially in week 0, as these kids compete to play the game that they so love. You see an injury like this, it's a sight that you don't want to see.
Number 8 is Hazard.
We have confirmed.
Let's give a round of applause for number 8, Derek Haslam, as he heads off the field.
Derek Haslam, he is he is walking off the field, hopping off the field. So we will resume the ball game here.
You know why? Because you don't have a track.
Yeah, we don't have a track.
Wide receiver set to left and right. Simmons gets the snap. It's a wide receiver screen to the far side. A couple shifty moves by the
Simmons on the screen
for a first down.
Is that Dorian Briggs?
39 made the tackle.
Who's running the ball? Anybody know?
Looks like
Number 39, Aiden Porter on the
looks like
tackle.
Dorian Briggs was on the reception
Briggs
on that
is the ball
screen.
carrier for a Vikings first down.
It's a wide receiver screen there for 10 yards. Simmons gets the snap. It is a run. It's a good run up the middle. First down and a hefty tackle right there by the safety.
Another first down for the Vikings by Perkins.
It's Charles Perkins on the carry.
34. 34.
Tackled by 34 for the Riverhawks.
It's number 34 for the Riverhawks. We don't have a number 34. It is a run to the right side.
Number 2.
Tristan Goodwin.
Tristan Goodwin on the tackle. Tackled by Tackled by number 21, Caden Root.
Gain of 9 on that play. It'll be second down and 1.
That is a gain of 9. It'll bring up second down and 1. Ball on the 49-yard line.
9:16 and ticking left here in the fourth quarter. So this 49-8 ball.
Where? It's 36. That's 34. He's 34. This kid here.
It is a running back screen. It'll be a first down. That is Perkins on the
Screen to
catch and run.
Perkins.
That's again number
Tackle
34.
again made by number 34, Costa Kutnis.
Costa Kutnis on that tackle. He's wearing number 34, but says number 36. So it'll be another first down here for the Vikings. Their offense moving down the field. Simmons looks towards the sideline to get the play. Simmons tells Perkins to go to his right. Wide receiver in motion. It's a jet sweep. That is Briggs, and what a block!
18,
Oh my goodness!
That's Sean Wilkerson.
Sean Wilkerson, excuse me, was on that carry. But I want to talk about the block of the other wide
Mason
receiver.
Simmons
That might have
on
been
the
Briggs
jet
on the
sweep
block.
to Sean Wilkerson. Nice gain on the play. The Valley Vikings first down.
Hey, look who's in the game. Pushy. Push. Smacking his head.
That was another Vikings first down. This is actually the most first downs that they've had on a drive today. They've doubled their first down total today. It's a run that goes absolutely nowhere, as it was just a plethora
Handoff to
of
number
Riverhawks.
2, Tristan Goodwin.
Number 52.
18 of Armstrong Riverhawks.
Carter Lash was in there. 44 Isaac Kushi was in there as well.
Also 44 Isaac Cushy on the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12 here for the Vikings. Simmons in shotgun, trips to his left. He gets the snap. It'll be a wide receiver screen. That will pick up a first down and a tiny bit more.
Goodwin passes to Sean Wilkerson on another nice game for the Valley Vikings. Xavier Williams on the tackle for the Riverhawks. That brings up first down and 10 at the Riverhawks 16-yard line.
Simmons still in the ball game here for the Vikings. He'll be in shotgun, trips to the right. Single setback. That's a good one. Simmons gets the snap. He drops back. He's going to check it to his running back, Goodwin, who breaks one tackle. But then there are 3 more Riverhawks there. The main tackler was number 21,
Goodwin on the pass.
Caden Rupp.
Caden Rupp with the tackle
Excuse me.
for a gain of 1.
It's nice being
Second
next to
down
the
and
PA
9.
announcer, because when you say a last name and they say completely differently, then it, it helps a little bit. Simmons gets the snap. He muffles it. He will roll to his left. He has nowhere to throw. Now he does. He has a receiver who will score. It's actually the running back Goodwin that will score. Tristan Goodwin finding the space.
Mason Simmons fumbles the ball but is able to get it to Tristan Goodwin for a touchdown for the Valley Vikings.
A touchdown
That makes the score 49-14.
for the Vikings, and the Vikings showing a little bit of life here in the dying embers of this ball game. 5:40 left to play. Clock is stopped here on this extra point, or excuse me, 2-point attempt. Simmons is in the game. That's Perkins to his left. Simmons drops back. Has a man in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. It is now
Simmons' pass
49 to 16.
is good to number 16, Dorian Briggs, and that 2-point conversion
16
is successful
points
for the Valley
the
Vikings.
Vikings,
That
and
brings
that
our score
2-point
with
conversion
5
went
minutes and
to
40 seconds left
right,
in the game.
Dorian
Your
Briggs,
Armstrong
number 16.
Riverhawks 49.
Number 16.
You're visiting Valley Vikings 16.
So 5:40 left to play here. The Vikings are putting up 16 points here in this fourth quarter. Again, which is brought to you by Phoenix Physical Therapy.
He's on 50.
Valley got 9. Get out there. Is he coming or not? He's like, I don't want to do this.
Oh, now they got an extra one out there. Assuming Reed's
They only have 10 guys. Valley only has. Here comes one. Here comes one. They threw in
Who's kicking?
what number is that? 36.
Number 36 for Valley attempting for the kickoff.
They don't have a 36. Sorry. No 36.
Number 36 here on our roster. That is who the kicker is at.
I can't do that.
That's a short kick that is fielded at about the 30-yard line. Changing direction is Oliver, who gets hit from behind.
Oliver receives the kick for a nice little gain.
It's a good gain right there
Up
on the
to about
pickup.
the 43, 44-yard line of the Riverhawks. It'll be 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game.
It's a gain of about 17 on the kickoff as the clock will start to run. We are at 5 minutes and 10 seconds and counting down.
Who? Hoagie Jr.
As
There he is. Where is he? Let's see if he looks like it. 56.
the clock will continue to run.
Right here.
More numbers out there. I see Christian Arculode is out there. He's on the far side. Snap. It is a quarterback keeper. That's Sprinkle.
Quarterback keeper by Oliver for a loss of a couple yards.
Well, that's number 12, Sprinkle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this time to announce
12 looks familiar.
our Falsetti's Villa players at the game. Our first game of the season. Our first player of the game is number 7, the General, Alex Patton.
Jaden Oliver is the quarterback. Receivers set to the right and left, 2 apiece. .43, 3:42, 41:40. Left to play. Oliver in shotgun, 8 on the clock. Oliver gets the snap. It is a run to the running back number 34. That's Thompson.
Number 34 goes to Kuknis on the play for a nice game. Congratulations also to Alex Patton. Also our second
Be a gain of 1
player
on
of
the
the
play.
game is number 12, Colt Sprankle.
Third
Congratulations,
down and
Alex and Colt, on a fantastic
Third down and
performance
10 or third
on
down
our
and
first
11.
game of the season.
You just heard there have been 2 players that have been named player of the game here for the Riverhawks. I'll tell you more about their days here after this 3rd down and 11. Oliver gets the low snap, corrals it, is in a little bit of trouble, spins and does a little dance, but then gets taken down
Oliver
behind
getting
by
himself out of a
3
little trouble.
Vikings. That's
Third gain
number
of the
5.
couple.
That's number
Looks to
5,
be about
Shane
4th down and
Wilkerson.
9 for the Riverhawks.
Also, I see number 57, Jaden Wallen, as well.
We want to thank Lou Falsetti and
So to now be
Falsetti
4th down and 9 here,
our player of the game awards.
as we have our 2 players of the game awards, Alex Patton and Colt Sprankle. Again, those player of the game awards are brought to you by Diamond Chiropractic. Are you suffering from hip pain, skin burning in the leg, or tingling in the feet? Diamond Chiropractic Center can and will help you get back to a more active and normal life. You deserve to enjoy a pain-free
We will
lifestyle
take this
with
time
mobility.
to do our
Chiropractic
4th
Center
quarter blue collar
has
quarterly
been serving
drawing
the area for 75 years.
for our 4th name of the
And
evening.
Dr. Justin Diamond carries on the
Congratulations
family
to
tradition
number
today. Focus on
82,
helping you
Scott
avoid surgery
Patterson.
by using the latest chiropractic
Scott
equipment
Patterson,
and techniques to keep
congratulations for your $500 winning ticket.
off
And
the
our last
operative
quarterly
and
winner
at
of
the
the
hospital.
evening.
They also offer custom weight loss programs as well. Get back to enjoying your life and Diamond Chiropractic Center today at 724-763-8000 and let them get you headed in the right direction. Again, thank you Diamond Chiropractic for sponsoring our players of the game, who again are number 7, Alex Patton, and number 12, Colt Sprankle. So it is 4th down and 9.
Back to punt is Reed.
Hunter Reed is the punter back to receive.
What's the number for that, Andy?
Maybe looks like number 1. It might be Coastin, but I don't quite know as he is facing sideways to us. Reed gets the punt. It's a good snap. And it's a high punt. It's actually number 11 and it's muffed. Ball's loose. But the Vikings get it back.
Number 11, Corey Pitts back to receive the punt.
It's number 99 on the recovery.
Recovered by number 59 for Valley.
Is that 59? It looks like the 5s and 9s looking
Ryan Long. That brings up 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
Ryan Long on the recovery.
That means 25
I need to get my
yards.
eyes. But here we go. 1 minute 26 seconds left here. Look, can the Vikings get a little bit more of constellation points here in the latter half of this ball game as the clock will run. So 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. There is a new quarterback in the game. Looks like number 11 is the quarterback. It's
I let it run for about 5 seconds after this one. I did the best I could do. It's all you can do.
Pitts gets the snap. It's a run by Perkins who pops up the ball. And there is a pile now for the football.
There's a fumble on the play.
And it is Vikings.
It looks to be Valley's ball. 1st down and 10 at about the 39-yard line.
Should do it.
Strip was.
That was stripped by number 73, Cam Pampino.
Cam Pampino, number 73. As the clock continues to roll, we're at 25 seconds. This will most likely be the last play of the ball game. It is a run that goes nowhere. And
We would like
that
to remind everybody
will do it
Riverhawks
here
will travel to
for
the pit
this one in this ball game.
to face
There's
the
5,
Pippa
4, 3, 2,
Wins
1.
next Friday night.
And that will do it
And that will be our ball game.
this
We
ball
hit
game.
triple zeros for our first, our 1-0 Riverhawks, 49
49
to 16.
16 final score.
Congratulations to the Riverhawks. Thank you, fans, for being here this afternoon.
Again, Armstrong Indoor
And we hope
Athletics is a
that
big
you drive
sponsor.
safely on the way
Armstrong
home.
Indoor Athletics located at 138
Everybody
Grand
make it
Avenue
home
in
safely.
downtown.
We appreciate your attendance.
Is
Go
the
Riverhawks.
a sport training facility in the region. The newly added turf field can accommodate practices and training for mostly every sport, including soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Of course, AIA is a well-established leader in baseball and softball training, and their state-of-the-art facility offers everything you need to help your young athlete to take the next step toward success. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we hope that you enjoyed this evening's high school football broadcast right here on High Top Sports Network. My name has been Samuel Goldberg, and wherever you may be watching, we would like to thank you. We would like to thank our generous sponsors for our continued support of HDSN's coverage of high school athletics, and we would like to remind our audience that if you or someone you know is in need of any of our sponsors' goods or services, please do not hesitate to contact them first. It is because of our sponsors' support and belief in HTSN's mission that you are able to view this and every broadcast on High Top Sports Network free of charge. Again, ladies and gentlemen, my name has been Samuel Goldberg. Joseph Rhodes was also in the booth here as well. This broadcast, I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Friday Night Lights. 49-16, your final score. The Riverhawks go to 1-0 on the season. This broadcast is copyrighted by High Top Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the express written consent of High Top Sports Network is prohibited. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night here from Armstrong County. The Armstrong Riverhawks win this one by a score of 49-16.